following is a presentation of the Pontywood Sports Network. Welcome to the big broadcast, folks. Hope everyone's having an awesome and blessed and wonderful night. Thanks so much for joining us here this evening as we're ready to go for some football here in Shelbyville at the Dragons Lair here at the Dragon Stadium as the Timpson Bears are in town for this big district matchup. And it's 1-0 onto the district here for the Timpson Bears, 0-1 for the Shelbyville Dragons. So they're looking to get themselves victory here tonight, as they want to stay very good competitive in this very hard and hard to play in district, which is basically they like to call the SEC of 2A, and I can understand that, okay? So this is going to be a good one here tonight, and we got a lot of good things going on. It is pregame time, so let's get things started here with the Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep pregame. Here we go.
Welcome to the Wright Chrysler Dodge Ram pregame show. Just like the big game, you have to be prepared. And the same holds true when it comes to buying your next vehicle. So be prepared by going to WrightChryslerDodgeJeep.com. That way you're ready to go when you hit the lot. Now it's time for us to get you ready for the big game. The Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram pregame show starts now.
All right, folks, as we get ready to go, your Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep pregame show is underway here, and we're going to have, let's see, let me do something here real quickly, folks, just take a mix. Okay, everything is good there, and that is good. All right, so as Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep pregame, we got another thing underway here, and as we do, we have our coaches show with Coach Wallace down at the Plates of Grace, and we did that on Monday, so we got a great pregame interview. That is coming up. We'll come back and talk about all the wonderful things ready to go for this ball game here tonight. It's a very big, important game here for both of these teams, so our pregame interview brought to us by Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep from Plates of Grace with Coach Wallace. Here we go. All right, folks, we're back here ready to go, and let's talk some football as we get ready for the big game coming up this week. Sorry, I'm getting a little cramped up here in the table. So getting ready to go here. So let's talk a little bit about what's going on here. Well, I know, Coach, we've been off, for a little while here, and then ran into Garrison, and I know that all the things that I've heard and everything like that too. There wasn't a favorable night for the Dragons over there, and I know that that's something we have to deal with, unfortunately, but it's certainly not the way the Dragons wanted to come out the other night, and I don't think it was too much of the Dragons' play on that one. No,
there's a lot of stuff, and you can point fingers, you can do different things, and it's something that, I try not to do. And so just, looking back at the game, there was things that we could have done a little bit better at times, and plays we could have made that would have changed the outcome of the game, and not left it up, to somebody else and somebody else's hands. And so kids played extremely hard. We started out offensively a little rough, kind of got into a good rhythm. I thought our defense played really well. Then we got them off the field 6 times. I can't remember how many possessions they had. We made them punt, I think 4 times, made a fumble twice. And so we played extremely hard. It was a really good game. From the two team standpoints, the other stuff that went on in the game is what it is. Mm-hmm. But it's a big game, and you hate to see things happen that way. But again, we had some really good individual performances in the game. I think Hunter Harvey had 3 touchdowns and 170-something yards receiving. Gavin threw for 330 yards, somewhere in there, and 5 touchdowns. Bryant Scarborough had over 100 yards receiving and a touchdown. Aiden Shields had a touchdown catch for us, and we would like to have been able to play a little bit better up front. I thought that Garrison did a really good job in the box and did some things that made it difficult for us to be able to run the football. But I thought that we got through the game really well and were able to capitalize on some things downfield. And then defensively, outside of 2 or 3 big plays, I thought we handled the game really well. They weren't really able to throw the football, made them one-dimensional. They have 2 really good running backs over there. Their offensive line's big and physical, and it was a really good high school football game. It was hard to watch from the stands and the kind of the flow of the game that we had to deal with. But as far as the kids out there playing on the field, I mean, it was a really hard fought game.
Right. Yeah, and I know it was a tough game. And Garrison always good over there. Coach Alvarez always has those guys ready to play over there, and the Bulldogs are always a tough opponent no matter who you play, wherever you play them over there. But talking about the offense over there too, Coach. Like I said, Hunter had a phenomenal game. I just he's always has, and it seems like every week. And I'd like to see that Gavin. It seems to be he's getting more and more comfortable in that, especially against that Bulldog defense. If you throw 300 yards, that's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, any time you're able to put up those numbers against a Garrison team is something to be proud of, and that's something that Gavin's gotten better and better every week. He's been able to handle a little bit more every week, and he's kind of been able to handle the moment a little bit better every week, and which is what you want to be able to see out of a sophomore that's getting his first year, back there as a signal caller, and watching him be able to grow with his teammates and within the offense. And so it's been really fun to watch. And again, having a really big game in the first district game, really tough opponent, another top 10 team, and so it's really good to see that growth.
Yeah, he does really, really good, and he's seeing the field a little bit better. He's able to move out of the pocket, run a little bit, as just watching him go, and I just like his progression. I think he's done really, really well. And he's also got some really good guys out there stepping up too, because, our tight end work has just been phenomenal the last couple of weeks. Yeah,
I think our tight end is a good player, and, sometimes that we have to use him a little bit more as a blocker than we do a pass catcher, and he really understands his role and accepts the fact that some nights that he has to be able to do that to stay in it and protecting some things to give us a chance to be able to push the ball down the field. And he doesn't disappoint when his number is called, when he is able to make some plays for us. He's a big, tall target. He's got good hands. He's gotten more athletic, which is fun to see for him, and so it's been really nice to be able to have Aiden out there for us this year at the tight end position.
Yeah, and I love his height, and then I see him do in the film, just the way he blocks and gets off and makes the plays. That's the great tight end where that's what you want to see out there. So keep it up, Aiden. You're doing a great job. Offensive line doing really good too, and also, Coach, got to call the game a couple weeks ago. Seeing some new names on that roster out there. Some new guys are stepping in there.
We've had we've had a couple injuries. We've had to move some guys up, move some pieces around to try to figure out, with the new pieces, what's best for us and who plays better and in what position or what role for us. And so those guys that have come up are still getting their feet wet. They're still understanding what's going on. But the one thing that I'm proud of is as far as a whole is the effort. The effort level is really high, and it doesn't really matter which kid it is that we roll out there. They're not really shy to make a mistake because they're trying really hard. Right. It's going to happen, and so we're really pleased to see the effort that we're getting out of those kids that we've had to bring up.
Yeah, and this offense, Coach, even though that unfortunately come out on the losing end on a couple of these games here, they're putting up the points, they're putting up the yardage, they're doing that part of it. It's just that one little thing still yet to get.
Well, it's just and like the other night, our defense got them off the field several times, and the offense wasn't able to capitalize in those moments. Right. We dropped a ball that would have put us up 2 scores in the second half, and it's just one of those things that happens. And so there was times where we really felt like we could take control of the game, and we didn't. And so looking at it from both ends, we've had 2 games like that this year now, the Wascom game and the Garrison game, where we felt like our defense has really played really well, and our offense has played really well at times, but there's times where we could take over the game, and we just haven't been able to do that.
Right, and let's talk about that defense here. Talked really well about how they were flying around against Garrison. Garrison and everything the other night. So that was really, really good. And so, the defense, you got some guys back there too. I like the way our secondary play has been really, really well. I don't think we've given up too much on the passing game, but I know we've really worked on that.
Yeah, after coming out of the Carlisle week, we felt like that they took advantage of some of that, and so that was something in our off week and going into the Garrison weeks that we really tried to work on and try to get better at was defending the ball down the field. And I think that we were able to accomplish that on Friday because they took some shots down the field, and we were able to be in position and knock the ball down.
Right. Well, I tell you what, it was really, really good out there for the defense. And so we actually have, as you see on the screen, we have fan questions. Somebody sent this to me. So I told Coach we would have it here. So let's sit and go over here. And it's about the defense. So it's kind of a three-part here. There you go. It says we kind of answered this, but how do you think the defense played overall was the first part of the question.
Yeah, overall we played really well. Like I said, we had a few plays that they busted, just busted plays. They hit 2 runs out the backside. Where they're not exactly, blocking to run the play. And then we misfit a toss, and they went and scored. But other than that, I thought our defense flew around. I thought Tate played a really good game. I think he had 14 tackles and a forced fumble. We had some other guys that were in double-digit tackles as well. I can't remember all those numbers, but we had some really good individual performances throughout the game. We didn't come up with a win at the end of the night. But, defensively, I thought we really got after a really tough Garrison team.
Yeah, and I always like to see the 4x4 coming through.
That's it.
Out there. All right, part 2 says, if you had to pick a captain, who would it be? Someone that shows up every day and does the work.
Hunter Harvey.
Yeah,
we have 2 kids that I really talk about with all of our kids, and that's Hunter Harvey and Kason Lee. They come to work every day. They do what they're asked to do. They give everything they got. And not that there's not others that do, but those 2 just really stand out in what they do. They're going to say yes or no, sir. They're not. They're always going to be doing what they're supposed to be doing. Right. And I think when you look at captains, that's who you want to look at. It doesn't necessarily have to be your best player. It doesn't have to be the biggest, fastest, and strongest guy. But it's somebody you can count on, somebody that's dependable, and somebody that's always going to be doing the things that really nobody else wants to do. High character individuals that you never have to worry about. Not that we don't have other kids on the team that don't fit that mold, but those 2 really stick out the most.
Yeah, I have to agree with you there. Because those are really fine young men, and they set examples and they're role models for the other kids. All right, so this one here is basically for you. It says, how do you, as a coach, deal with adversity?
I think that –
Drink?
I could go into a whole lot of depth about this adversity, but I think in everybody's life you have adversity, and we talk about adversity all the time, and adversity shows what kind of man you are, how you handle that, and so I think in any situation in life, anything that happens is a teaching moment. And what are you going to learn from that? And so anything hard that happens, any adverse situation, you can't fold the tent. You can't hang your head. You can't pout about it. I've said this on here before. My brother-in-law's favorite comment is you can't cry over spilt milk.
Right.
You got to pick your head up and you got to keep going. It doesn't matter how bad it is because there's going to be adverse situations your entire life.
Mm-hmm.
From the time that you're able to remember anything at 10 years old to the time that you pass away, you're gonna have adversity. Now, adversity is going to look a lot different over your lifespan.
Right.
When you're a teenager, adversity may be a girl breaking up with you, maybe not passing a test, it may be not getting the playing time that you want. As you become an adult, it's having to learn how to be a husband, a father, an employee, and all those things, and you're going to have adverse situations your whole life. And, I think the best way to handle adversity is you got to keep pushing forward. It doesn't matter how tall the mountain is.
Right.
You got to keep going.
Yeah, you definitely do. No matter how many times I smack you in the face, you stand up and just keep moving right on. That's the best way to do it, and you become a better person for it as you move along. That's definitely for sure. So thanks so much for the questions. Really appreciate it. Anytime y'all want to come down and hang out with the show here. And I want to tell everybody because we got a couple things, but we're going to be back here in a couple weeks for the Joaquin game, I believe it is, for Halloween. But we have a couple others scheduled out here too. But anytime you want to ask a question, come on down here or send me a question. We'll be all right there. All right. So great question. Thank you so very much. So let's move into the next thing here. Is we got maybe I know we had some time off, Coach, and in the game this Friday night, but just some of the things that you can take away from the last couple weeks of just practice with your guys, and then Friday night that you're going to take and use for getting ready to come up.
I mean, the biggest thing is, like I try to talk about all the time, is working on us. You know, what are the things that we can do to get better? Because, I mean, your opponents are going to do things that they're going to do. You scheme for that, and you do all those things. But what can we focus on for us to get better? And I think that's one thing that, you know, in the bye week that we really try to do. For an example, like I talked about, you know, in the Carlisle game, we didn't cover the ball down the field very well, and so that was something that we really worked on going into the bye week. Knowing Garrison isn't a pass-heavy team, but that's something that we're going to have, you know, weeks down the road. But I think that the biggest thing in the bye week one is getting healthy, and again going back and kind of looking at your body of work so far in the season, the things that you do well. And you get to a point in your season, and you have to figure out what you do well and how you can maximize that. And I think that's something that over the break, and then, you know, even going into the Garrison game and after the Garrison game, well, what do we do well? And then again, how can we maximize what we do well, both offensively and defensively, and how can we put ourselves in the best possible situation for the team to win? I think those are the biggest things that we look at over an off week going into another game. And it really works out that our off week is going into district, and so you can start really kind of preparing for what you know is coming, just because that we've coached against a lot of these guys and these teams for a long time, and we kind of have a really good idea of what we're going to be facing throughout the remainder of the schedule. And so, you know, I think that's something that we have to focus on and take care of in that time.
Yeah, definitely. And, you know, as long as you take away from those little things there and make them better and step up into the next thing and get ready for it. So, all right, Coach, let's talk about it here. You know, coming up a big matchup here is another district game here. The Timpson Bears coming in here. They had Hemphill last week, took care of business over there. I got to see the Bears play a couple times already this season. So, the Bears are coming in here. They're always very athletic. They're good up front. They have a great running game, too. So, tell me about what's ready for the Bears.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, offensively, you know, they run the football extremely well. Their quarterback and their running back are both really downhill guys that if they get out in the open, they can go score, but they're physical. They do an extremely good job of getting their shoulder pads vertical, and they're okay with getting 3 to 4. They get in behind their big offensive line, and those guys are really good at executing that run game. They've got a couple really big kids, I think number 55, but they have a few more kids. And trying to remember numbers, everything's starting to run together. But 56, 64, and 50, some of their better offensive linemen. And the number 8 does a great job. He's a skilled kid. They use him as a lead blocker a lot, but they'll throw it to him. He's a really good flex player for them. And they'll try to lull you to sleep with the run and then hit you with a pass when you're least expecting it. And so it's something for us that we know going into the game defensively that we have to be ready to tackle and can't get tired of it. You know, we have another game where we're facing a run-heavy offense. We got to be willing to stick our nose in there against some good athletes that run it really tough, just like we saw last week. And so, offensively, you know, that's what we're looking at. And defensively, they run a defense that you don't get to see a whole lot in the 3-3 stack that TCU really, you know, brought back to life back in 2022, 2023. I think 2022 when they made their national championship run, and it's something that they run really well. Their linebackers get downhill really fast, read keys really fast. Their defensive line is big and physical, and then, again, they're really athletic on the back end. They can mix coverages a little bit, play some man and play some zone behind it. And so, you know, offensively, we have to do a good job of staying ahead of the chains. I think that's something that they kind of take pride in on their defense is big plays for them. And so tackles for loss, sacks, turnovers, and those kind of things, they're really feast or famine in that area. And so we have to do a great job of taking care of the football, take what the defense gives us, what they allow us to do, and it's going to be a big physical game. I mean, last year it was extremely high scoring, but it was extremely physical all night long. And I just think, you know, that this game, man, it could really go either way. It could be a grinded out close game. It could be a high scoring affair because they've showed that they can play in both of those, and I think we have as well. And so it's just one of those things going into the game that you kind of know what you're going to get, there's always that unknown that happens in high school football.
Right.
And you have to be able to adapt to the circumstances, and just be able to play for 4 quarters and try to find a way to win it at the end.
Yeah, I tell you, it's going to be all the way out there. And like I said, I get to see the Dragons play and the Bears play, and it's just going to be clock management. Whoever comes on the ball at the end, you can throw all of that out there. The trench warfare has got to be there too, and it's going to be all of it. Like you said last year, the high scoring thing, but this year is going to be a very big game, and it's very important for both teams as well, especially in this district because you don't want to get any.
No doubt. I mean, every game in this district is an unbelievable dogfight. I mean, there's so many good athletes spread out amongst each team in the district. There's really good offensive line, defensive line play, linebacker play that is strung out along this district, and you can't go into any game and walk in there and expect to just win because you showed up. Mm-hmm. And they're extremely talented. And so it's we know what we're going to face. We know what we can do well. We know that our head's up, that we still have a little bit of faith in what we're doing, and so we're excited for the matchup with the Bears.
Yeah, it's going to be a good matchup, and I tell you what, it's going to be a great football game. We'll have it for you here on Thursday night, so I hope if you can't make it to the game, come on over here and check it out here on NETSN. And, Coach, I'll tell you what, I think that it's going to be one here that is going to be packed on both sides out there. Shelbyville's going to be a crazy, wonderful place on Thursday
I think
evening,
it's one of the only Thursday night games in the area, so there's going to be a lot of people there.
Yeah, it's going to be loud and crazy, so come on out and whatever side you're on, come on out there and have a good time. All right, Coach, well, thank you so much for being here. Before I let you go,
Dragons.
That's right, go Dragons. All right, so here we go, folks. We're going to get ready to run this thing up, and thanks so much for joining us. We'll be back here in a couple weeks for the Halloween version of the show as we get ready for Joaquin onto that ball game.
Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep in Center proudly supports all the students and schools of the Piney Woods. Stop by the lot and feel free to check out all the wonderful vehicles we have to offer, no matter what adventure you're planning on taking. We have a wide selection of used vehicles and a service department that can service your vehicle. Get all the info you need about your next vehicle online. That way you're prepared for your car deal when you hit the lot. Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep in Center.
Welcome back in here to the broadcast booth, folks. Coming to you live, loud and proud here from the Dragons lair here in Shelbyville. As the Timpson Bears are in town to take on the Shelbyville Dragons. And let's get things rocking and rolling here tonight. All right. I have a little problem with the score. I have no problem with, but I think I'm going to have a problem with the time there, folks. So you just have to trust me on time and down and distance here tonight. That's just the way it's going to be, okay? So that's it. Set ready to go for a good football game here. Give me 1 second. I need one setting here. Okay, we're good there. All right, so there we go. We got our dolly cam ready to go down there onto the sideline, ready for a big ball game here tonight. Thanks for joining us wherever you are. Sit back, relax, and enjoy here on a NETSN. And it's going to be the Shelbyville Dragons on the receiving end. So we'll get things ready to go here tonight. Timpson Bears and the Shelbyville Dragons. Very important game here for the Shelbyville Dragons. The Timpson Bears got their win last week, and they're coming off a big win there against Hemp Hill last week. So they're rolling in here with 1-0. Definitely don't want to get behind here in this division, this district whatsoever. All right, so it looks like we're going to have number Hunter Harvey is going to be back there for the Dragons, as well as John Hignite. It'll be Castillo ready to kick off here for the Timpson Bears. And we are ready to play some football here on NETSN. Kick on the way. And it looks like that's going to go to Hunter Harvey's side. It's going to take a bounce out in front of it. Takes a wild bounce on him. He's going to pick it up there at about the 13. Harvey back up the middle of the field. Breaks a couple tackles, getting a little bit of help there, and he takes it up to the 25. That's where the Dragons will start. 25-yard line here as Hunter Harvey picks it up there on the crazy carom. And Shelbyville will start off their own 25-yard line here for the Dragons, 11:54. So first down and 10 from their own 25-yard line. Number 24 out there is going to be Ronnie Williams here tonight, so he's not zero if you got the roster out there. He's got a number 24 here this evening. So here we go. We're ready to go for the start of this with Gavin McDonald. They'll have RW3 in the backfield. Twin receiver set over to the far side. Going to be Harvey in motion from the left to the right side here. Going to flow it out here to the right side. Williams going to turn it up the field here, get above the 25-yard line to about the 28 for a gain of 3. Nice stop there by Harbison. You're going to hear his name quite a bit here on that Tulsa, on that Timpson Bears side, that is for sure. A gain of 2 maybe. Second down and 8 for the Dragons at the 28-yard line. Checking in on the sideline here, taking their time are the Dragons. Now ready to go. Going to bring the receivers here to the near side. Scarborough and Harvey. Harvey in motion. Going to head down for the little touch pass here to Harvey. Trying to turn the corner there, but a good job there by that Timpson Bear defense. They conned him right there at the point of attack here, and he might have lost a yard there. Back to the 26. He's going to bring up a 3rd down and 10. So lost a couple there. So 3rd down and 10 back to the 26-yard line is where they're going to put it for the Dragons. Got to get to that edge quick. They're very fast at the edge. Here are the Timpson Bears on that defense. And here we go on the 3rd down and 10 for McDonald as Williams to his right side. And trip receiver set here to the near side. McDonald going to look to pass. Had over 300 yards. Pass to us. We go see if he gets this one up out here. Got a man out there. We got to get Hunter Harvey in front of it. And just a little too far out in front of him there. And good defense into double coverage out there. But it's an incomplete pass. As just a little too out in front of Harvey there for the pass. And it's incomplete. Makes it a 4th down and 10 for the Dragons. So punting coming on here. Good job by the Bears. And that looks like it's going to be Parker back there deep at about his own 45-yard line for the receiving of the punt. Now we're ready to go. Here comes the kick from Dallas Murray. Murray gets a good leg into it. Gets a good kick, and it's going to drive Parker back, and it takes a good bounce and bounces inside the line. It stays back in and bounces for the Dragons all the way down to the 27-yard line. Good punt by Dolly Murray down to the 27-yard line of Timson. So that's where the Bears will start over here. They'll take over. 1st down and 10 with 10:21 on the clock. 1st down and 10 from their own 27-yard line for the Timpson Bears. See Dallas. Yeah, he's moving around there. All right, so coming to the line here, this big offense put 55 points up on Hemp Hill Hornets last week. Going to have Parker and Richardson. Great running game here. Saw that against Hooks a couple weeks back here. So the Dragons got to stay gap sound in there, and looks like we may have had a little bit of movement up front here. Is that going to be against the Dragons or? So flag out there on the play here. We'll see what happens. Going to wave it off the flag. Okay, so the flag has been waved off here, so, okay. So 1st down and 10 here for the Bears now. And they'll have it on their own 26-yard line. Parker, Richardson to his right side. Parker going to follow him around to that side and find some room there. Parker still on his feet, catch it back up into the middle of the field right there at the numbers. He'll have enough for a 1st down as he gets across the 40 up to the 43-yard line. So Parker, 16 yards on that one, 1st down for the Bears. And that's a Raymond Motor Company first down. Hunter Harvey there on the stop for Shelbyville. Getting down close to 10 minutes to go here in this 1st quarter. First drive here for the Timpson Bears. 3 and out for the Shelbyville Dragons. On their first drive, they had the ball first. Richardson, Parker in the backfield here. Single receivers at both sides for the Bears. Bringing a man in motion from the tight end. And going to hand out to Richardson. Richardson finding him through. Now cuts back up in the middle of the field. He's still on his feet. Going to be close to another 1st down here. And Richardson gets a 9 all the way up to the Shelbyville territory into the 47-yard line. It's another 2nd down and 1 here. 9.5 to go in this 1st quarter. 2nd down and 1 here for the Bears. Parker, Richardson in the backfield once again. Parker handing off to Richardson. Richardson right up in the middle there. Dragons get him right there at the line of scrimmage, but he's still powering those legs ahead. Takes it up to about the 45-yard line for a gain of 2. That's going to be awful. That should be enough for a 1st down there at the 45-yard line. He get the line to gain there was about the 47 maybe. I needed 1. And we got a penalty flag out there once again.
John Childs and Cedric
9:14 on the clock here in the first quarter, and we got a penalty flag out there. We'll see what that flag is about. As a discussion going on. Personal foul against the Dragons. Personal foul against the Bears. Offsetting penalties. It looks like you're going to replay the down. So that'll offset everything. So that'll take it back to, nope, should be enough for a first down there because, wait a minute. If it's offsetting penalties, don't you run the play again? After the play, so that's what it's going to be, after the play. Raymond Motor Company first day. I'm just making sure that's after the play, that's what happened. So it was enough for a first down at the 45, so good job here, and the refs got it right. Here we go. It was after the play, so the first down does count. Raymond Motor Company first down for the Bears. They come up here, and Richardson and Parker. Matz, number 8, he does that motion there from the left to the right side. And that's what I've seen out of the Bears here so far this year, a few games I've watched. They just methodically, good little running game right up the gut here, take some sides outside, inside to take whatever that defense is going to give them. And that's another good little run there, 3 up to about the 42-yard line. That brings up a second down and 7 for the Bears, 8:30 to go on the first quarter. Second and 7 for Timpson. Hand out to Richardson. Richardson, the Dragons in the backfield this time, but Richardson gets right past him now. He's into the first down and above the 30-yard line, takes it down close to the 25. I'm going to say he's down there at about the 26. Harvey brings him down at the 26-yard line. Big run there for Richardson. And the Timpson Bears getting close to the Sandy Cox State Farm red zone. Raymond Motor Company first down, no, onto the run there by Richardson. As the Dragons said, Dragons got in the backfield right there, but Richardson was able to get past him as they were coming in. He was headed out. So here we go, first down and 10 for the Bears. Parker going to hold it himself, take it over to the right side, and gets a good block there. Turns the corner, and probably going to pick up 7 or 8 before he gets out of bounds over there in that far side. So Parker's going to take it down for 7, right down to the 20-yard line, maybe the 19. That'll get him into the Sandy Cox State Farm red zone. So here we go with a second down and short here for the Bears. Richardson going to get the handoff here, and he's going to follow right up. Oh, nice job there by 4x4. Tate Obregon brings him down as he gets across the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That's a gain of 5. It's into the Raymond Motor Company first down. Tate Obregon tracked him down and brings him down. And Richardson takes it down to the 14-yard line. First down and 10 for the Bears. Clock continuing to roll. 7.5 to play here in the first quarter. Bears first drive here. Sandy Cox State Farm red zone. Parker and Richardson doing a great job here in the backfield for Coach Gandy. All runs here into this first drive started off on their own 27-yard line. Going to give it to Richardson. Richardson takes it over the 4 hole, but the drag is right there. Only going to let him get 1, maybe up to the 13. So at the 13-yard line, 7 minutes to go. Second down and 9 in the Sandy Cox State Farm red zone for the Timpson Bears. This will be the 9th play. And getting down to almost 4 minutes off the clock, about 3.5 off the clock so far here in this drive. Started on their own 27-yard line for the Timpson Bears. Good drive here for Timpson. The Dragons going to look to see if they can force a field goal, keep them out of the end zone here. Second down and 9 for the Bears. Richardson in the backfield by himself here. Going to try to hold himself, try to get a block, and a good job there by the Dragons, but a good job there by Parker as well as he dances around. He gets above the 10-yard line down to about the 9 for a gain of 4.
Tate Obregon and Dallas Murray on the stop for the Dragons.
So Dallas Murray and Tate Obregon in there, the linebackers for the Dragons in there, makes it a 3rd down and about 4 here for the Bears, getting down to 6 minutes to go here in this first quarter as they check the sideline with Coach Gandy, and here comes the Bears offense trying to put it in the end zone. Richardson back in the backfield with Parker this time to his left side. Gonna hand off. Richardson trying to follow his blockers around and catch it back up in the middle. Richardson takes it in. Touchdown, Bears, as the Bears take it in. And they'll get the first score of the game here. And they'll take it in for the score in about 5:50 to go. It's a 9-yard touchdown run by Richardson for the score there for the Bears. So the extra point coming on here. And I believe that's Castillo. Come in for the extra point here for the Timpson Bears. And on the snap, here's the hold, and the kick is up, and it is good. So the PAT is good. So that will make it now a 7-0 ball game here, as the Bears will be kicking off when we come back right here on the NETSN.
Whether it's with family and friends or just some time to yourself, summer is better on the water. And Farmers State Bank has exactly what you need to make those dreams come true. Learn more at fsbctx.bank.
Back here ready for the Shelby Savings Bank kickoff here on NETSN. And there we go with the kickoff on the way. So good kick here, going to head over to Ignite's way, and it's got to bounce and get into the end zone, and just does get in there for the touchback. So that's where we'll be here, ready to start for the Dragons as they'll come out here for their second possession here and see if they can answer right back on that 73-yard touchdown drive. 4 minutes, 29 seconds off the clock. Took 10 plays, 9-yard run there by Richardson. That's the scoring drive there for the Timpson Bears. Shelbyville Dragons are going to get it back here with 5:50 to go here into this first quarter, trading at 7-0. Now have it on their own 25-yard line. 3 and out on their first drive. And see if Coach and the guys have made a couple of adjustments. Been ready to go here for the Dragons on their second drive here. McDonald going to bring them up. That's number 24 in the backfield. That is RW3. Here's the snap. Gonna throw it out here on a quick tunnel screen to Hunter Harvey. Harvey gonna try to get it there, and a great job there from behind on following the play there on a good stop by number 6 for the Fonte Collins, number 6 for the Bears, and he makes a great stop there. But still pick up a couple of threes. Second down at 7 to the pass to Hunter Harvey out to the 28-yard line. Clock rolling down, about 5:20 to go here in the first. Second down and 7 as McDonald taking a quick look at the defensive showing here. And Coach, you heard him in the pregame talking about that 3-3 stack. And it's pretty hard to go against, especially when you got good linebackers and a solid offensive or defensive line up there. So guys got to be ready for the offensive line does. So Gavin going to roll out here to McDonald to his left side, being chased out of the pocket. Now going to throw it and drop it off, and he's got his man, and he's caught there by his receiver. That is Aiden Shields. Good job there by Aiden. It'll be a first down. Dragons all the way up to the 46-yard line on the pass play up to the 46. McDonald to Shields. That's a first down. Dragon Rainbow Motor Company first down. Good job there by McDonald. He got flushed out of the pocket. Saw that Shields was down the field. Shields got a little bit open, and Gavin found him. Dropped it in right there into the breadbasket. Good shot. Put it right where he was. And Shields was able to get that first down, get some extra yardage where he got to get that yak in there, and he did. All right, so here we go. Back for a Rainbow Motor Company first down for the Dragons. RW3 coming here to the near side. He finds a little bit of a hole, and he's going to take it up close to the 50-yard line. He'll pick up 3 to the 49. Second down and 7. Clock at 4:29 in the first. And the Dally Cam looking good down there. Dallas Parker down there on the sideline, taking care of those great shots from the field. And Joe up here at the top with the big camera up to the top here. Here we go. Second down and 7. McDonald. Ready to go here as Williams in motion. Going to give it to Ronnie. Ronnie's going to try to turn the corner here. And he might have lost a yard there. Making a third down. Back to the 48-yard line. 48 as he loses a yard there. Third down and 8 for the Dragons. Good job sniffing that out there by the far side of that defense for the Bears.
3rd and 8 for the Dragons.
McDonald brings him right back up. Scarborough and Harvey out to the far side of the formation. RW3 in the backfield. Harvey in motion. McDonald going to look to pass. Pulls it down, going to drop it out here to Harvey. Harvey's got one man to beat here at the 50-yard line. A nice move there by Harvey. And he gets slung around there down to about to the 45-yard line of Timpson. Still going to be a 4th down and 1. But a good job there by Harvey as he was taken down by Johnson, number 1.
And 1 for the Dragons.
For the Bears. But it takes it up to the 45-yard line of Timpson. And it's a 4th down and about 1 here for the Dragons. So here's McDonald. Going to see if he can get him to jump. Looks like we're going to hold off on that. Clock rolling down to 2:45 to go here into this first quarter. And McDonald now ready to go. Won't let that clock roll down. Going to go ahead and run it. Going to give it to Williams. Williams, nice job running. He takes up. He gets just enough there. He gets an extra yard. Takes it up to the 43-yard line. First down. Raymond Motor Company first down for the Dragons.
And he's got a 1st down for the Dragons. The Bears 3-3.
So at the 43-yard line, Raymond Motor Company first down here for the Dragons. Stopping the clock. Now they get it rolling. It'll be down to 2:20. The Dragons coming to the line. RW3 to the left side here of McDonald. He's going to hand off to him. And RW taking it up ahead. Nice job of running there by Ronnie. Ronnie Williams takes it up to about to the 37-yard line. Harbison on the stop there for the Bears. Up to the 37-yard line. Going to bring up a 2nd down and about 4 here for the Dragons after that 7-yard run by Williams. Got to see one of my favorite people. Jordan Hicks is here tonight. He does the ice shoot and all that other. I think that's what it's called. Man, he does a great job. I got to see Jordan out here today. That's cool to see him. I haven't seen him since basketball season last year. Here we go. 2nd down and 4 for the Dragons. Williams to the left side of McDonald. Gonna hand off Williams right up the middle. Oh, he gets hit hard, but he's got enough for a first down at the 29-yard line. I don't know, somebody made a nice stick out there. That's for RW, he's down. He got hit hard there coming through. And I think that was number 50, Wilkie, that put the hit on right there. So we got an injury timeout here on the field. We'll be right back here, folks, on NETSN.
Raymond Motor Company, just off the square in downtown Center, where you'll find the friendliest of sales folks. Whether you're looking for a new SUV for the family or a brand new truck, Raymond Motors has a great service department and a huge selection of used vehicles. Raymond Motor Company, just off the square in downtown Center. It doesn't matter if you need a truck tire or if you need a car tire. If you need a tire, you call Joaquin Tire. Joaquin Tire Shop provides new and used tires, along with oil changes and 24-hour road service. Stop and see them on Highway 7 in Joaquin.
All righty, we're back here after the injury timeout, and the Dragons ready to go here. And a 1st down and 10 on Raymond Company first down. They'll have it there at the 29-yard line. So that big run here. Coming in to run now for the Dragons, number 20. That's Hignight. Hignight going to take it around the corner, and he'll take it down to about the 15-yard line. Good run there by Hignight as he's in here for Williams down to the 16. So good run there by Hignight. That's a Raymond Motor Company first down. Gets him down into the Sandy Cox State Farm red zone. As the Dragons now. Down to the 16-yard line. Good run there by Hignight. Raymond Company first down. State Farm red zone. Sandy Cox State Farm red zone. Ready to go here for McDonald. Harvey in motion. Going to give to Hignight once again. He'll find out a little bit of room over that left side. And he'll turn it up, and he'll gain about 5 as he get up inside of the 10 down, or the 15 down to about the 13-yard line for a gain of 3. Parker there onto the stop. Maybe a gain of 4 there. We're going to mark him down there at about the 12. Okay, about to 12. So it'll be down there about 4 yards. So it'll be a long 5 here for the Dragons. The Dally Cam down there on the field here. See if we can get another time out here. Going to get down to the end of the quarter here. So that's what's going to happen, folks. We're going to get to the end of the first quarter. It'll be 7-0, but Shelbyville is driving. They got a second down and 6 coming up when we come back here on NETSN.
Plates of Grace Country Kitchen, just outside of Center on your way to Shelbyville. Now, whether you stop by and enjoy breakfast, lunch, or dinner, you're definitely going to find something on the menu you like. Now, your table's waiting right here next to this wonderful family, or find yourself a seat in the sports room. It's Plates of Grace Country Kitchen, just outside of Center on your way to Shelbyville. Stop in and say hi, have yourself a great meal.
All righty, folks, we're back here ready to go for the second quarter. Do have that for you. Sorry about the clock there, folks, but just a little issue here, so we'll just roll with it this way. All right, 7-0 here in the Sandy Cox State Farm red zone. The Dragons have a second down and 6 on the run by Hignite. Gets him down there to about the 16-yard line. He's back in there now behind McDonald for the Dragons. They look to hand out to him once again. Hignite's going to be right up the gut there. Get close to that 15, maybe gain a 1, but grabbing him there as he got through the line is number 6, Collins, for the Bears. He's got third down and 5. They will give him 1. This is the 12th play of the drive here for the Dragons as he gets up down to the 10-yard line. So a third down here for the Dragons. And the Dragons know that they have a good kicker out there as well. So Vasquez, he's a pretty good kicker out there for the Dragons. They definitely want to get this in the end zone here for Shelbyville. Ignite and McDonald coming off the sideline here, ready to go. Snap. Pitch out here to Hignite. Hignite trying to follow his blockers around. Going to try to cut it back inside, but a good job here by the Bears. They beat him there at the 10-yard line. Going to make him a fourth down there as Harbison right there, as well as Collins. Also number 22 on the stop, that is Killy. So that's going to bring up a fourth down here for the Dragons now. And see what they decide to do here. Fourth down, do you try to make sure you pin the Bears deep in there if you don't make it? Or do you come out here and try to get the field goal for the Dragons? So we'll see what they're looking to do here. And they're going to leave the offense out there. And it's fourth down and about 5 here for the Dragons. And we're going to get a timeout here. We're going to get a timeout for the Dragons before we get to start of that one. All right, so we'll take a timeout with them. We'll be right back here on NETSN.
You know that Center Glass can fix your cracked windshield. But for the experts at Center Glass, fixing a windshield is just the beginning. Center Glass can also renovate your bathroom, turn your fixtures and shower into something entirely new and unique to your home.
All right, folks, we're back here ready to go. As it's fourth down and 5 here for the Dragons. See what they're going to do. Hignite in the backfield. No, it's Harvey in the backfield here. Going to hand off. Here's a little flip out here to Harvey. Going to get the reverse. That's almost missed. Oh, that's going to be a great trick play here for the Dragons. Oh, what a great job here on the reverse half-back pass back to the quarterback, Gavin McDonald. That was a great play there for the Dragons. And it's touchdown, Dragons. Oh, what a play for the Dragons. Pulling something out of the hat there and just get everything flowing here to the left side. Get it on the reverse. I think that we saw that tried there by Joaquin last week. Remember, they didn't get it, and then Joaquin ended up picking it up there. It was tried there by St. Augustine. But that's a great job as the Dragons were able to pull that out. They get it there to make it a 6-7 ball game, and that was a great play there for the Dragons. Much needed there, and that's exactly what the Dragons needed here for the touchdown here. Going to go for, oh, it was a penalty. Oh, my gosh. Okay, I did not see that, folks. My apologies. It was a penalty there against the Dragons. So it backs them up to now a fourth down and even longer here. So now they're going to go for the field goal here with Vasquez. I did not see the penalty flag, folks. My apologies. And Vasquez is solid from 32 yards out. So they will get at least a field goal here after the penalty. Thought that was a great play. I didn't see the penalty out there, folks. My apologies. I was just too excited that they had a great play there for the touchdown. But the field goal is good. It is 7-3 with 10:25 to go here till halftime. We'll be right back here on a NETSN.
Shelby Savings Bank has come a long way since it was established in 1982, and the good folks that work at Shelby Savings Bank really enjoy doing things in the community and for the community. And they would like to encourage everyone to please shop local. For all your banking needs, please visit these wonderful Shelby Savings Bank locations, with 2 locations in Center, locations in St. Augustine, Palestine, and Lindale.
All right, it is 7-3 now as of the touchdown off the board up to a penalty flag there that I didn't see come out there. I was just kind of excited on a great play there, folks. All right, so 10:25 to go. Here we go for the Shelby Savings Bank kickoff, as that was a penalty there, and that ends up in a 32-yard field goal. That is good to make it 7-3. So, all right, here we go for the kick as Vasquez is ready to kick off. Back deep for the Bears. Looks like it's going to go past Parker, and he's going to let it roll down there to about the 5-yard line. Now he's going to bring it here, try to bring it here to the Shelbyville side, and he gets past one guy. And now Parker still on his feet. He gets another block downfield. He's at the 40. Got a penalty flag, comes in, walking it back. Parker cuts it back inside. Great run back here by Parker. They had him dead to rights back there about the 10-yard line, but he breaks through that. Now got a penalty flag coming in. And that's sitting there at about the 42 and the 46-yard line. So that's blocking the back area right there. So we'll see how that comes down. We see that flag laying there on the ground. All right, blocking it back. I thought I saw that there coming up there, so that's going to take the Bears back. But they do keep the ball here. After a field goal drive there by the Dragons. Timpson Bears get it right back, and they'll have it. See where they're going to mark them down. They'll take that penalty from the 42, so it should take it back to about the 32-yard line, I do believe. And that's what it'll be. So the 32-yard line is where the Bears will start over. It's 10:14 to go here in this first half. 7-3 ball game here. All right, down on the sideline there's the Bears. Come to the line, Richardson, Parker in the backfield here. Ready to go. Parker going to get the high snap. Going to go around on the left side, following Richardson. I got a block in the back right there. There's a big push. I didn't see a flag come out there, but that's a nice job there by the Dragons. They stand him up on that far side. Well, I saw a solid push in the back right in front of the ref over there, but no call. But does pick up a few there, up to the 36-yard line. So I'll pick up about 4 there onto that run by Parker. So here come the Bears to the line. Parker and Richardson coming up. Ready for the snap. High snap here, going to give to Richardson. Richardson take it over to the left, finds some room there, and gets into the second level and lowers the shoulder and pulls through for a Raymond Motor Company first down across the 45 to the 46. That's a run of 10. Raymond Motor Company first down for the Bears. Clock rolling now down to about 9:20 to go here in the first half. 7-3 ball game. Nice long drive there by the Bears. The Dragons had a really great play for a touchdown. We got called back and they ended up with a field goal. That's the 2 drives here as the Bears have their second drive going on right now. Started off their own 32-yard line. First down and 10 for the Bears. Parker. And out to Richardson. Bears in the backfield. Now he comes back the other way and gets tripped up. Oh, nice job there. Just getting an ankle tackle there is Dallas Murray of Richardson as he gets across midfield to the 48-yard line. That's a second down and about 6. Murray got him just by the ankles there. Able to bring him down and save a big run. The Dragons once again in that backfield had him, but he was, as they were coming in, he was exiting the backfield there. So they're getting back there. They just got to bring him down. Second down and 6. Parker hands off to Richardson. Richardson breaks a tackle there. Now going to be slung down there into the middle. I'll pick up a couple up to the 47-yard line, maybe one up to the 47. Eli Matthews in there had a shot at him. Kason Lee down. Also big number 56, Dallas. So you got Dakota Horn in there as well. On to that stop for the Dragons. Dallas Jones in there, getting his nose in there as well. Third down and short for the Bears. Parker taking over to the left side, cuts it back inside. Nice stiff arm there by Parker. Up ahead, now down to the Bears sideline, still on his feet, taken down and finally knocked out of bounds there at about the 23-yard line. Good run there by Parker. He made a great stiff arm there at about the 40-yard line and got a bunch of extra yards down to the 23 is where they're going to say he's at. 24-yard run for a Raymond Motor Company. First down for the Bears. Parker Richardson now with a first down here at the 23-yard line for Timpson. Parker going to try to turn the corner. Now does. And nice job there on the tackle. For that's Coleman on the stop there for the Dragons. They're picking up a couple down to the 21.
Second down 8 for the Bears.
So the Bears, second down and 8 from the 21-yard line here on the Shelbyville side. Clock rolling down under 7 minutes to go, just under 7. Parker ready for the snap. And out to Richardson. Richardson following his blockers. And oh, man, I tell you, they had him there at the 20 and then hold him up just enough for a couple other Dragons to get there. Matthews there to hold him up there for Murray. Obregon. And Coleman to make a stop, picking up one or two there up to the 19-yard line and getting 2. Sandy Cox State Farm Red Zone for the Bears now. Third down and about 6 here for the Bears. 6:14 to go in the first half. Parker cuts it back up inside. Parker still on his feet. Going to have enough for a first down. Take it inside the 10-yard line. It's going to be down for a first down and goal at the 5. Gain of 14. Nice pancake block out there by the Bears on that far side. It looks like that's going to be coming back for a penalty. Be a holding call there against the Bears. So the Bears will come back to the market there from the 20. They'll take it all the way back to the 30, bring it a third down. And we'll call it about 14, maybe 15 here. To the 29-yard line is where they'll drop the ball there. So making a third down at 16 now for the Bears. Getting down to 6 minutes. 6:05 is what's on the clock right now. It's going to be offsides here on the Dragons. Horn going to jump off there, give the Bears 5 yards back, I think. All right, so no play. Third down, 16. Okay, so it's the 6th time tonight I've seen that, but okay. I saw some stuff last week I never thought I'd see ever. I'd never seen in a football game too when it come to the ref doing a measurement. So nothing surprises me anymore. Third down and 16 here for the Bears. Getting that clock going. 5:40 to go here into the first half, and now we're gonna get a stoppage play once again. And we're going to get a timeout. So with the timeout, third down and long for the Bears. We'll be right back here on the NETSN.
Wondering what the best thing is to do with your land? Well, cross over from dreams to a plan with Sandy Creek Land Enhancement. They help you maximize the land of East Texas. Take a trail, turn it into a driveway, create beautiful ponds and dirt work of all types, bush hogging and mulching as well. It's Sandy Creek Land Enhancement.
Alrighty, folks, we're back here after the timeout. It is a 3rd down and long. Second timeout used here by the Dragons. So they'll come back out here. Will the Timpson Bears ready to go here with a 3rd down and about 16. Parker Richardson back in the backfield once again. Running game been really, really good here tonight. I think that's an offsides here by the Bears, it looks like this time. So that could back him up to a 3rd down and 21. We'll see. All I'm going to say is it's going to be against the Dragons. Okay. So that'll make it a 3rd down and 11 as they move it up to the 24-yard line. Okay. Way everybody was pointing, I thought it was going to be there on the Bears, but it's against the Dragons. 3rd down and about 10, maybe right at 3rd down and 10. 5:38 to play here in the first half. 7-3 Timpson, and they'll get the ball to start the second half as well. And trying to put up some points here late in the second. As Richardson will go to the left side of Parker in the backfield here for the Bears. Parker calling for the snap, now ready to go. About 7 seconds left to go on the play clock. So now here's the snap. High snap, going to hand off to Richardson. Richardson, nice job as the Dragons right there. We're going to get a penalty flag coming in. There might have been a face mask on that one. Come from the back side of it there. Richardson is taken down there out of the 25-yard line. We'll see what they call.
A flag on the play.
So we do have a flag down here with 5:34 to play here into the half. And the way that they're indicating it's a face mask, as you can see there, by the umpiring crew. Good shot there by Dallas. Personal foul, face mask, and you know what? That's enough for a Raymond Motor Company 1st down for the Bears. That'll put them right down into Sandy Cox State Farm red zone here after the penalty. Well, that's a big penalty right there that the Dragons definitely didn't need at this point of the ball game here, but good for the Bears as they move it down to about the 12-yard line. Glad everybody's okay out there. And down to the 12 we go. 1st down and 10 here for the Bears as they come to the line. Richardson staying to the right side of Parker. Matt in motion. Parker falling over here to the near side. Now cuts it back inside. And he's going to take it down to about the 5 on a good run there by Parker of 7. So Parker down to the 7. 2nd down and about 3 here for the Bears. We'll get down to 5 minutes to go. The ball sitting at the 5-yard line. All right, 2nd down and 3 really here for the Bears. They can get another 1st down here. Parker going to cut it right back up into the middle. A good job down on the tackle there, close to the 1st down yardage.
Parker on the carry brought down by Casey Lee.
Casey Lee in there on the stop for the Dragons. As Parker takes it down. Sewell in there on the stop too. It's going to be 3rd down and about 1 here at about the 4-yard line. Clock now down to 4:20. Get to Richardson. Richardson, hard run here to the right side, but a good job there by the Dragons defense. Stand him up there once again. Good job here for the Big Dragon D. Eli Matthews, number 72, in there on a big stop. So that'll bring up now a 4th down. Oh, did he get enough there? I wasn't sure he got enough there, but he did get enough for a 1st down. So it's 1st down and goal right there at the 3 onto the run. 1st and goal here for the Bears. Keeping that clock rolling. Now down to 4 minutes to go. Great job here on the clock management by the Bears. Richardson brings over here to the right side. He takes it in and scores touchdown Bears as the Bears now go up. I score 13-3 with the extra point on the way on the 3-yard run there by Richardson. Good drive there. Started on their own 32. 14 plays onto that drive. 6 minutes and 15 seconds off the clock for the Bears. So, going to come in here for the extra point to try to make it a 10-point ball game, or to make it a 11-point ball game. And Castillo in here for the extra point. Kick up and on the way, and it is a good. So the PAT is good. That will make it now a 14-3 ball game as we have 3 minutes and 59 seconds left to go here into the first half. We'll be right back here on a NETSN.
Over the years, most of us have collected a lot of stuff, but where is all that stuff? Down home. So when it starts piling up, you go with Down Home Storage, climate-controlled place for your down home stuff.
Alrighty, folks, back here ready for the Shelby Savings Bank kickoff. And the Bears ready to kick off here, and the Dragons will get the ball one last time here for this half. And with about 4 minutes to go, we'll watch it bounce here in front of Hignite. Hignite now is going to pick it up after it bouncing. He's breaking through, and he had to get one tackle there to beat. But I tell you what, the ball is taking some crazy bounces in front of the returners there for the Dragons, are letting it bounce and letting it get away from him. But a good job there by Hignite as he's able to recover and get the Dragons in a pretty good starting field position here. And Hignite will have him there out of the 27-yard line. First down and 10 here for the Dragons. So good job there by Hignite, picking it up off in the carom and making some good yardage out of it. He only had one man to beat over there, but a good job there by the return team for the Bears. They were able to bring him down and saved him from a big chunk of yardage and maybe even more. Hignite in the backfield here with McDonald. Gavin going to roll out here, going to look for a man here. He's going to be flushed out of the pocket. Now he runs away, and he's got all kinds of room over onto the far side. McDonald still on his feet. Now at midfield before he finally gets taken out of bounds. Got a penalty flag here at the 49-yard line, and that may be coming back anyway. The way things are going here, it looks like it may be something there against the Dragons. I'm not for sure. There's a penalty flag here at the 49-yard line, and just a receiver and a defender out there. But Gavin had all kinds of room, but then it looks like it is going to be coming back on a penalty flag. So I don't know, maybe it was a hold or something. Waiting on the call on that far side, but it is coming back. It's going to be against the Dragons. It's going to be a holding against the Dragons. So the penalty on a big play there takes it back. And had nothing to do with the play over here. I don't know why the Dragons were holding over there, but they get a holding call. It goes all the way back, and it's going to be after the penalty. Taking it to back to the 27-yard line. All right, first down and 10 here. 3:40 to play here in the half. Harvey in motion. Penalty flag once again.
Another flag on the play.
Offsides on the Dragons.
It's a call against the Dragons.
I tell you what, hard to get any kind of flow of the game out here whenever, you know what? Penalty flag against the Dragons. First down and 15.
Ball's going to be back at the 21, first and 15 for the Dragons.
So first down and 15. I'm not quite sure why that was an offsides there. There wasn't any movement or whatever. It was, okay. Ref's right there on the line, I guess. He's got a better look at it than I do. 3:41 to go here into the half. Here come the Dragons now with a first down and 15. Hignite in the backfield here with McDonald. Here's another penalty flag. This is going to be against the Bears, though, because it didn't stop the play. And now here's McDonald going in here and people going in head first. Got to watch out there. Don't get yourself in trouble. Get yourself hurt getting your head down like that. So we got another penalty flag onto the play. I mean, I know it's been a quick going first half here, guys, but no need to slow it down with all the penalty flags. All right, so I think that one was against the was against the Bears here because it was thrown. So it's going to be offsides against the Bears, so it'll take it back to a first down and 10 here.
It's first and 10 again for the Dragons.
First down and 10 for the third time for the Dragons. Good Lord. All right, here we go. I think 3:32 on the clock here. So first down and 10 once again for the Dragons after 4 or 5 consecutive penalty flags here, and maybe we could get a playoff without some of the mustard on the field. Here we go. McDonald, gonna look to pass, got him right in the middle, and it's caught. What a great catch there for the Dragons, and that is Scarborough. And he's gonna be hit there hard, and he's gonna get a penalty flags coming in. He got hit hard there, and that's gonna be a big penalty there against the Bears. That's gonna be tacking it on. It's a big pass play up to the 48-yard line of Timpson. Great job there by Scarborough. He had to jump up and go get it, and he comes down with it. And what a great play there, and it's a Raymond Motor Company first down. Gonna tack on some more there after the play, it does look like, as a penalty. Will be a personal foul against the Bears. So the penalty flag will go against the Bears. And I don't know, maybe there's a personal foul there against the Bears on that penalty flag. All right. So taking it all the way down to the 33. After 15 more here for the Dragons. Raymond Motor Company first down. 3:20 to go. The Dragons really need to put it in the end zone and get some points here for the end of the half, as the Bears lead at 14-3. And got a big penalty there, did the Dragons. Hignite to the right side now of McDonald. McDonald going to look to pass, and now pulls it down. Got some room here in the middle. Now going to try to get around to the edge. That's the 30. Outrunning the defender. He'll take it down inside of the 25, down to the 22. Good run there by McDonald. Down to the 22. That's another enough for Raymond Motor Company first down. Get out and from in front of the camera. I mean, we got TV people out there standing in front of my camera. Why? Get out of the way. Look at that. That's a TV guy. Get out of the way. Here we go. First down and 10 here for the Dragons. Hignite. McDonald going to roll out here to the right side. Got a man cutting across the middle. It's going to be intercepted by the Bears. Coming back the other way for Timson. Coming back with it is Parker. Playing free safety. He's back here in the middle of the field. Well, he's got one man to be. Hignite's going to have to catch him here, but Parker is on his horse, and Parker pick 6 from inside the 5 for about 94, 95 yards there on the pick 6 to the score for Parker and to the Bears. But we got stoppage out there. Penalty flags, I'm sure. And we'll see where they're all at. What a great run back by Parker. So we're going to come back here, and I don't know if that's going to be maybe a – so I'm trying to see where the refs are here. And they were talking there at about the 50-yard line, so it's coming all the way back. I don't know if it's going to stay with the Dragons or if it's going to be after the pick. And what a great pick and run back there by Parker. Well, I tell you, he was on his way. He went to the house. There we go. So still talking about it here. And so going to come back, and the way that the flags are still set up, or the sticks are still set up, saying it still may be dragging ball. And that's kind of what it's looking here. So let's see if Dolly's got any eyes on the ref and see what we can come up with down there on the sideline. Okay, so we're going to get a call.
Holding against the Bears. Holding against the Dragons. Offset penalty.
Wow. Offsetting holding penalties brings that big, huge play back for the Bears. Oh, that's unfortunate for the Bears right there. Pick 6 for the score, and it comes back on the penalty. First down and 10 for the Dragons now at the 22-yard line. All right, so now first down here for the Dragons, letting that play clock roll down. 2:40 to play on the clock. Give it to Hignite. Takes it right up the middle. It takes it above the 20-yard line down to about the 18 for a gain of 4.
Keep 9 on the carry for the Dragons. Moves. Stop by Harbison. Moves the ball down.
So that'll get the Dragons down into the Sandy Cox State Farm red zone.
6 for the Dragons.
So the Dragons bringing it to the line here. 2nd down and about 6 now. McDonald going to roll out. Look for a man. Got a man out there. And been an incomplete pass. Nice try there for McDonald.
Pass attempt to the incomplete. 3rd down for the Dragons.
You were recording. I don't know. I know. It may be something. I don't know. It's okay. Not a problem. All right, so we got a timeout here on the field, and we're going to take a quick timeout with them, folks. We'll be right back here on NETSN.
Raymond Motor Company, just off the square in downtown Center, where you'll find the friendliest of sales folks. Whether you're looking for a new SUV for the family or a brand new truck, Raymond Motors has a great service department and a huge selection of used vehicles. Raymond Motor Company, just off the square in downtown Center.
Very simple. Just take the sideline camera away. We don't have it. All right, there we go. Back here, ready to go. State Farm red zone. Dragons with a 3rd down and about 6. All right, Hignite to the right side here. Twin receiver set for the Dragons over to the far side. 3rd down and long. Got to pick this one up here. Dragons. Nice looking ready. Come back here. Nice job. Got his tight end. Shields. Shields loses the football up ahead, and it looks like it's picked up there by the Bears. No, it is picked up by the Dragons. Oh, what a fortunate bounce for the Dragons inside the 10. It got knocked away there from behind by Aiden Shields, and it should be enough for a Raymond Motor Company 1st down inside the 10. That's a 1st down and goal for the Dragons at the 9. Oh, I tell you, that was a fortunate bounce there for the Dragons. They get it down to the 9, and it'll be a 1st down and goal from the 9 as we got an injured player here onto the field. And we're going to take a quick break, so we'll be right back here on NETSN.
The Friday night lights are shining, and we are teaching driving. CDL Training Academy is your resource to a better career. Come and get trained and get tested right here in Henderson, Texas. CDL Training Academy. Visit our Henderson, Texas office or online at cdllearn.com.
And back here, and good to see injured players leaving the field under their own power. And it'll be an injury timeout as the Dragons coming out of the timeout. So here we go with a 1st down and goal for the Dragons from the 9-yard line. McDonald got Hignite in the backfield. And I'll tell you, the Dragons really need a touchdown here. Hignite, he's got one man. He's got to get around that corner if he can. Not going to be easy to beat there. And he'll get out of bounds, pick it up. Maybe got back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe pick it up 1-0. They're going to keep it running. So a 2nd down and goal there from about the 9. Looks like he got right back to the line of scrimmage. 1:24 to go here into this 1st half. As the Dragons trying to put points on the board here before the end of the half, as Timpson will get the ball to start the 2nd half here in the Sandy Cox State Farm red zone. So here we go. As McDonald bringing him to the line. Hignite rolling out here. McDonald's got it wide open on the right side. Can McGavin get there? He can. He's going to stroll in there. Touchdown, Dragons. As the Dragons get the touchdown. Nice touchdown run there by Gavin McDonald for 9 yards. And the Dragons take it in and score. And that's a big touchdown there for the Dragons. They needed that here at the end, getting close to the end of the quarter. As we're getting down to about 53 seconds left onto the clock as Gavin McDonald takes it in for the touchdown run. Touchdown, Dragons. So the all-important extra point onto the way here. By Vasquez. Kick is up, and it is a good. Good job there by Dallas. Another kick for the extra point, and the extra point is good for the Dragons. That makes it a 14-10 ball game. Still got 53 seconds left to go. We got the Shelby Savings Bank kickoff. It is on the way. Stay with us, folks. We'll be right back here on NETSN.
Whether it's with family and friends or just some time to yourself, summer is better on the water. And Farmers State Bank has exactly what you need to make those dreams come true. Learn more at fsbctx.bank.
Behold the chicken fried steak sandwich. This particular chicken fried steak sandwich can only be found at Diamond League Cafe in Center, Texas. And it pairs very well with seasoned fries and sweet tea. And if you're lucky, there'll be some of that Nana's banana pudding to go along with it. Get by Diamond League Cafe in Center and see the wonderful folks and all the wonderful menu items for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
All right, back here after the big touchdown there by the Dragons. Nice drive there, 11 plays, 9-yard run by Gavin McDonald, 2:51 off the clock, and 73-yard drive for the Dragons. Going to make it a 14-10 ball game here as we get ready to go for the kickoff. And it is Shelby Savings Bank kickoff. It is on the way here for the Dragons. And going to kick it back here. You got Parker and Richardson back there. I think you got both Parkers back there as well. Here's the kick. And it's going to get over ahead of the Bears here. That's number 1. That is Johnson. Johnson's going to try to bring it right back in. And he's going to be met there at about the 17-yard line. Good job there for the Dragons. And a nice job on the return team. As the Dragons going to meet him right there. Dallas Murray. On the stop right there. He makes a big stop there for the Dragons. So first down and 10 here for the Bears. Like I said, they'll get it back here to start the second half. They'll have it with 47 seconds left to go here in the first half. We got our first Farmers State Bank halftime coming up. We have the performances by the bands, so be ready for that coming up here at halftime, folks. And 47 seconds to go with 17-yard line here for the Timpson Bears to start their third drive. Both teams with 3 drives here, and we're going to get a timeout here before the start. That's going to be a Timpson Bear timeout. So we're going to take another quick. No, we'll leave it right here. Coming up here tomorrow night, folks, join us. We'll be in Tenaha at the Pit down there tomorrow night, as we're down there for the Tenaha and Mount Enterprise ball game. That is going on tomorrow evening. And I think, let's see, got that. Yes, there we go. So, yeah, we'll have you down there tomorrow night for that one as well. So I'll be ready for that here. Start about 7 o'clock. Coming up on Tuesday, we'll be back for some more volleyball action, Tuesday night volleyball. Piney Woods volleyball there in Tuesday, and it will be here in town as Coleman coming to town for that one as well. Alrighty, folks, back here. First down and 10 here for the Bears. Emptying out the backfield for Parker. Parker going to try to go over to the far side, and the Dragons in the backfield here this time, no. And doing a good job there for the Dragons. Taking Parker down. And Parker got a timeout here, injury timeout. As we have a player down here onto the field here for the Timpson Bears. So that'll give us a chance here to take a break here. Some wonderful people to help bring us the ball game. We'll be right back here on the NETSN.
Struggling with mobility, chronic pain, work, or sports injury? At Azalea Orthopedics, our team of highly trained physicians specialize in complete orthopedic care, pain management, sports medicine, physical medicine, and rehabilitation. If you've sustained a bone or joint injury, have mobility or movement problems, struggle with pain, contact Azalea Orthopedics. We're conveniently located across East Texas, serving 18 counties. When visiting your doctor, urgent care, or hospital, you have a choice. Demand Azalea. At Azalea Orthopedics, your health is our priority.
Where do you go if you're a Bear fan looking for a post-game meal? Easy, Rancho Grande. But what if the game is a Little League practice? Same place. What if it's a special occasion, something you dress up for? In Timpson, it's Rancho Grande. Whether it's familiar menu items or maybe something you want to take a chance on, it's always good. They even have bear sightings at Rancho Grande.
Alrighty, folks, and good to see everybody leaving the field. Hopefully just got the air knocked out of them over there for the Timpson Bears. So that's going to take us down to about 23 seconds to go here. They could actually just kind of sit on the ball here if they'd like to, but coming back in here now. It'll be number 3 in there at quarterback. It's Braylon Parker. And Parker's going to take it over to the far side. He's not going to pick up much right there, and that may run out the clock here. And Murray going to bring him down, and that may run out the clock here for the first half. And that looks like what is going to be happening there. Sergio Reyes and Dally Murray on that final stop there for the end of the half. All right, so that's going to bring the first half to an end here, and it's a 14-10 ball game. Both teams with just a couple of drives here, taking a lot of time off the clock on those long, sustained running drives. So we got lots of things coming up for you. It is our halftime, and it is brought to us by the good folks at Farmers State Bank. And we'll have both bands' performances out here. As the Timpson band will go first, and then the Shelbyville band will have all that for you here as it's halftime here, brought to us by the good folks at Farmers State Bank.
Whether it's with family and friends or just some time to yourself, summer is better on the water. And Farmers State Bank has exactly what you need to make those dreams come true. Learn more at fsbctx.bank.
So many things get started at Pizzeria. You start your party off with a pizza from the pizzeria. You get your celebration started. You get your season started. For a lot of us, our passion with pizza started at the Pizzeria, a tradition since 1960s. It's the Pizzeria just off the square in Center.
Plates of Grace Country Kitchen, just outside of Center on your way to Shelbyville. Now, whether you stop by and enjoy breakfast, lunch, or dinner, you're definitely going to find something on the menu you like. Now, your table's waiting right here next to this wonderful family, or find yourself a seat in the sports room. It's Plates of Grace Country Kitchen, just outside of Center on your way to Shelbyville. Stop in and say hi, have yourself a great
Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep in Center proudly supports all the students and schools of the Piney Woods. Stop by the lot and feel free to check out all the wonderful vehicles we have to offer, no matter what adventure you're planning on taking. We have a wide selection of used vehicles and a service department that can service your vehicle. Get all the info you need about your next vehicle online. That way you're prepared for your cardio when you hit the lot. Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep in Center.
Spoiler sponsor is Miss Kristen Sullivan. In a tradition of the renowned style of precision marching, we proudly present the 2025-2026 Timpson High School Marching Band. The band is under the field direction of Senior Drum Major AC Vaughn. Drum Major, you may proceed when ready. Bear Band will perform at the UIO Region Marching Contest held at Longview High School on Saturday, October 18th at 9:15. The Bear Band also wishes the best for the Shelbyville Dragon Band in the performance on Saturday. High school principal is Jason Crow, and interim superintendent is Dr. Glenn Hambrick. The students and directors of the Bear Band would like to thank all parents, fan boosters, community members, and TISD for their continued support this season. We would also like to thank our sponsors for this year: Beats Quick Stop, Princer Compression, Cyclone Rentals, Factory Direct Portable Building and Carports of Center and Timpson, LLC International, NH Ranch, and Texan Credit Corporation. Thank you for your kind attention to tonight's performance, and go Bears!
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Shelbyville ISD is proud to present our portion of tonight's entertainment, featuring the Shelbyville Dragon Marching Band. And now, in the famed East Texas style of precision military marching, Shelbyville ISD proudly presents the award-winning Shelbyville Dragon Band, led onto the field by senior drum major Travis Caparella. Scout Crowley. Assistant drum major is Katie Sim. Dragon Band hit director is John Kendrick. Assistant on Marcia Castaneda.
Whether it's with family and friends or just some time to yourself, summer is better on the water. And Farmers State Bank has exactly what you need to make those dreams come true. Learn more at fsbctx.bank.
At Aurora Concepts, we offer full-service primary care. And we provide physicals for student athletes for every sport. Aurora Concepts, let us take care of you.
Batters Law Firm is your first choice in personal injury law. Jeff Batters and his staff lead the way in the area with Best of Nacogdoches and Best of Lufkin votes over the last several years. If your case matters, it's got to be Batters.
All right, folks, we're ready for our halftime analysis, and it's brought to us by the good folks at Camp Hewani. And I think I'm saying that right, but it looks like a wonderful place there with a lot of good things going on. So get on over there and check it out, and we'll get your halftime analysis brought to us by Camp Hewani. Alrighty, folks, here in your halftime analysis brought to us by Camp Hewani. There between Timpson and center area, out in that area, I do believe is where Chris told me it was. All right, so let's go here. 3 drives for the Shelbyville Dragons, and a lot of action here. I mean, it's just a lot of just grinded out football here by both of these teams. 3 drives for the Dragons. There's 1 field goal, 1 touchdown, and 1 punt here for the Dragons. And for the Timpson Bears, they had 3 drives themselves, 2 touchdowns into the end of the half. Both teams, let's see, a 6-minute 15 drive and a 4-minute 29-second drive here for the Timpson Bears, and 6 minutes and 4 seconds for the Dragons, and a 2:51 for the Dragons on their 2 drives, and then they had to punt, and of course the end of half there for the Bears. And we know that we don't think that Ronnie Williams is going to be back here tonight, but I don't know the extent of the injury, so I don't think he's going to be out for the rest of the evening. And I know that we had an injury there to one of the Bears right before half there, and I think it was for Parker, but hopefully he's going to be okay. Hope he's back in there, and we'll see, but I didn't hear anything in there at halftime. So that's kind of where we are here at the half as we're getting ready for the second half. Stay with us, folks. All kinds of good stuff on the way right now. 14-10, the Timpson Bears have the lead in this big ball game going on here in Shelbyville.
The Friday night lights are shining, and we are teaching driving. CDL Training Academy is your resource to a better career. Come and get trained and get tested right here in Henderson, Texas. CDL Training Academy. Visit our Henderson, Texas office or online at cdllearn.com.
Struggling with mobility, chronic pain, work, or sports injury? At Azalea Orthopedics, our team of highly trained physicians specialize in complete orthopedic care, pain management, sports medicine, physical medicine, and rehabilitation. If you've sustained a bone or joint injury, have mobility or movement problems, struggle with pain, contact Azalea Orthopedics. We're conveniently located across East Texas, serving 18 counties. When visiting your doctor, urgent care, or hospital, you have a choice. Demand Azalea. At Azalea Orthopedics, your health is our priority.
Alrighty, folks, we are back here ready to go for the kick. Shelby Sabres make kickoff, second half underway. Vasquez puts a leg into it, going to be taken there into the middle of the field. And it looks like that is Parker. And good to see him back out there as he's going to be tackled there at about the 30-yard line. Nice tackle there by Dallas Murray. Also getting help from number 15 for the Dragons. That is Conklin. Is that right? Copeland. Okay, there he is. Carson Copeland, number 15. He'll bring him down there so the Timpson Bears get good starting field position there. They'll be at their own 30-yard line. 11:51 to play here into this third quarter. Let's get that on the right thing. Sorry, folks, with the clock. Had some issues there, so like I said, just going to have to trust me on the clock here this evening, all right, and down in distance. And we're ready to go here. As I got the dolly cam out there right now. Thank you for folks getting out of the way of the camera there. Appreciate that. So here we go. As Richardson and Parker going to give it to Richardson. Richardson going to be hit there by Cason Lee. He's going to bring him back there right at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a half a yard, but Cason Lee right there for the stop makes it a second down and a long 9 is what we're going to call it here for the Bears. Cason right up there into the middle. Eli Matthews, number 72 in there. Big guys up front. Stay in that gap sound right there, or the Dragons. So here come the Bears to the line. And good, like I said, good to see Parker back in there. I mean, he just got the wind knocked out of him there at the end of that half. It's good to see him back in there. He's running with the ball right now, bringing it here to the Dragons side. And got a good block there from Richardson. And he's still on his feet. The Dragons trying to bring him down. Ball come out. And no, he gets back there. Maybe it didn't. And a nice run there by Parker. He takes it all the way up to the 49-yard line. That's a 19-yard run there for Parker. That's a Raymond Motor Company first down for the Timpson Bears. And checking out there, Dallas on the move. So ready to go. First down and 10 here for the Bears. After a nice run there by Parker. Richardson in the backfield with him. Those two have been carrying everything here tonight. And there's another nice bounce out here by Richardson. Going to pull it over here, and he's going to be met there by Harvey at about the 45-yard line. And that's where he'll be taken down. Pick up about 6, brings up a second down and 4 here for the Bears. And that will be right at the 45-yard line of Shelbyville. So clock rolling down to 10:25 to go. Like I said, three drives by both teams there into that first half. So just a nice methodical running plays here, and seeing a few passing plays out there. Some penalties have really charged on both teams too. So right now, 2nd and 4 for the Bears on their first drive here to start the second half. And Parker handing out to Richardson, and good job there by the Bears getting back by the Dragons getting back there quick, and getting back there Dakota Horn, as well as number 72, look like Eli Matthews back there as well. Nice job there by the Dragon defense. They get back there for a big stop, back to the 49, a loss of 4. So that brings up a 3rd down and about 9 here for the Bears. That's a great play up the middle there by that big defensive front for the Dragons. Dakota Horn, number 56, number 72, Eli Matthews. That's right. Coach changes the numbers on me a couple times, so I want to make sure we get them all good. So here we go. Matt in motion. 3rd down and long here for the Bears. Going to be Parker. Parker pushed out. What a good job here by the Bears. Gets out of there, does Parker. Still into the backfield. Still trying to break away. A lot of red jerseys back there. Finally, Parker going to be taken down on a big loss all the way back to the Timpson 30-yard line. And Parker going to make it down to 4th down. 4th down and a crab ride. So here we go. Yeah, that's a long way to go. Parker tried to get away from a few defenders there, but the Dragons just kept coming, and they were able to bring him down. That's a big loss there for the Bears. They're going to have to punt it away. Hunter Harvey is going to be back deep for the Dragons. He'll stand here at about his own 39-yard line. Here we go with the punt. Good kicking game here by the Bears. And Harvey, it's a big bounce. That ball's taking some crazy bounces to the returners here for the Dragons here tonight. And Harvey stays away from that one. And on a nice punt here by the Bears, sends the Dragons all the way back to their 28-yard line. So Shelbyville will start off on their own 28 with 8:31 to go here into the third quarter. So good job there by Hunter to stay away from it. Like I said, Hignite had one get kind of bounce in front of him and then bounce away. I think Hunter had one earlier too, so stayed away from that one. So like I said, good job here on the kicking game by Timpson as they get the Bears all the way back at the 28-yard line. So let's see what the Dragons, I should say, back to the 28-yard line. Hignite will be in at running back here for Gavin McDonald and the Dragons. First down and 10. Say ball on the 29-yard line, where the Dragons will start. McDonald going to hold himself, try to turn that corner. Now going to try to bring it back the other way, looking for a block. Now turns it back up in the middle. And McDonald, you got to be really quick to get to the edge on this Bears defense. You got to get there and get there fast. And if you change directions, you're probably going to lose some yardage, and that's what happened right there, back to the 26-yard line. So that makes a 2nd down and 12 here for the Dragons. McDonald now bringing him back up with Hignite in the backfield here. Twin receiver set here to the home side. McDonald going to roll out here. Going to look to find somebody. Got his man here at the 31-yard line for the Dragons. That's Scarborough. Scarborough's going to take it up. He'll take it up above the 35. The ball came out, and the Bears are saying it's their ball, but maybe the ref may be saying that was on the ground maybe. And it is. It's a turnover. So the ball comes out. It's a fumble after the pass was completed up to the 32-yard line. It goes all the way up to the 36. So it's a good play there for the Dragons, but they turn it over on the fumble, the first official turnover of the night, because one got called back earlier on a pick 6 by Parker. So it's all the way back there. So now it's a turnover, and the Bears get it back, and they'll have great field position at the 36-yard line of Shelbyville. So the Bears now with 7:36 into the third get it back after having to punt on their first possession. We'll come to the line now with a 1st down and 10 at the 36-yard line of Shelbyville. Ball snapped. Richardson trying to take it over to the left side. Now bring it back here. And this breaks some tackles. Still on his feet, just fighting. Gets across the 30. Here's another flag coming in at the 29-yard line. Of course. Down at the 34-yard line, sorry. So we'll see. Now, I'd heard about some things from last week's game. I'm just speculating here, but seen a little bit too much going on here tonight with this. Personal foul, face mask against the Dragons. So that's going to be at the play will count. We're going to get a face mask, and that'll tack it on 15. So the penalty takes it all the way up to probably about the 21-yard line maybe. The 19-yard line, just inside the 20. So right around the 19-yard line where they're going to be here after the penalty yardage for the Bears. So they get a Raymond Motor Company 1st down, and they'll have it into the Sandy Cox State Farm red zone. And Parker going to hand off here. Richardson trying to bring it here to the near side. Get there by Dallas Murray. And he might have got a yard or two there. Good job there by the Dragons defense standing him up. Not letting him get much yardage right there. And Xavier Coleman, number 27, in on that stop, is helping out Murray there, doing a great job of calling his name. A couple times, seen him out there and some good job on the defense here a couple times tonight. Picking up a yard to the 18, 2nd down and 9. For the Bears. Sideline cam. Dallas Branch and the Bears come to the line. Here we go, 2nd down and 9. Shelbyville looking for a stop, and the Bears are going to put some points on the board to keep this lead here. Richardson clogged up there, but he can find some room right in the middle and gets into the second level there, close to the 10-yard line, down to the 11. Still going to be a 3rd down and short here. Well, I tell you, they had him right there at the line of scrimmage, but he was able to get through there, squeeze through a little bit of a hole there was Richardson, and he'll take it down there to about the inside the 11, between the 10 and 11-yard line. It's going to be a 3rd down and about 2. Third down and 2 now for the Bears. Coming to the line. And the Dragons look for a big 3rd down stop right here. Parker calling for it. Now he's got it. Bringing it here to the near side. He'll look to turn the corner. He'll get inside the 5. Here's another penalty flag coming in from the backside. That's usually in the area of holding. So I don't think he got enough for the 1st down. He might have got close there, but the way that penalty flag comes in here, could be in the area of a hold. It was called by the referee. So now we'll see what he's going to make the call here. Holding. There's a call against the Bears. So Almost a first down there for Parker. Now gets pulled back here to the 21-yard line onto the penalty, making it a 3rd down and 11 now, down to 5:49 to go. They roll that clock here into this 3rd quarter. And the Bears come right back to the line. Parker going to take the snap here, bring it here to the near side. And the ball comes out, and the Dragons have it. And it's a turnover by the Bears, and the Dragons get it right back here as it's a fumble. And the Dragons get it back. What a big break here for the Dragons, just like the Bears got a while to go. Now the Dragons get one right back here as it's back-to-back fumbles by both teams. And now Shelbyville will get it here, and that's exactly what the Dragons needed at the 25-yard line. First down, Dragons. 5:31 to play here in the 3rd quarter. And the Dragons get a takeaway now. So, got a official timeout here. Yeah, gonna make sure everything's good, get the right football in here. So, after the turnover, Dragons get it back. So now McDonald checking in on the sideline. The Dragons had a good little drive going there, and it just got away from them there. Turned it over, but now they get it right back. See if they can get down here and put some points on the board here as they trade it by 4. Throwing it out here, got Scarborough. Got to catch it on the tunnel screen. They'll take it up ahead here to pick up a few up to about the 29 for a gain of 4. Brian Scarborough on it, 2nd down and 6. For the Dragons. Clock rolling down, getting close to 5 minutes to go here into the 3rd. As McDonald and Hignite come back to the line here for the Dragons. Hunter Harvey in motion. My papers are sticking to my arm. Here we go. Going to hand off Hignite. Try to cut it back up in the middle. Hignite still on his feet. Takes it across to the 35-yard line, maybe right at the 30. It's going to be awful close to a first down here. They may measure. But it's right there at the first down. They're going to give it a first down. Raymond Motor Company, first down, Dragons. And they'll have it at the 35-yard line. 4:40 to go into the 3rd as the Dragons come back to the line. McDonald and Hignite. And there was an injury to Ronnie Williams earlier in the evening, and we're going to wish him well and hope everything is going good there with Ronnie. RW3. See if the Dragons can get a victory here for you tonight, buddy. Here we go. Snap, going to give to Hignite. Hignite breaks one tackle there in the backfield, still on his feet. Hignite still working into the middle field, up to the midfield stripe. Good job there by Hignite. Good run. Runs on Hignite. And he'll run it all the way up to the 49-yard line. 14-yard run there. That's a Raymond Motor Company first down. And we have an injury here onto the backside of the play. So we'll take a quick break here as we have an injury timeout. We'll be right back here on a NETSN. Go check out some Chef's Barbecue. Good stuff. All right, here we go. First down and 10 for the Bears at their own 49, for the Dragons, their own 49-yard line. I'm going to get it right here tonight, folks. It's been one of those days, all right? So first down and 10 for the Dragons at their own 49-yard line. 3:50 to play here into the 3rd quarter. And back-to-back turnovers here by both squads. Have the Dragons now ready to go. All kinds of time here on the play clock. Both teams just taking all kinds of time here for the plays. Make sure they got it right. And we're ready to go now. 1st and 10. Hignite once again going to take it right up the middle. And they'll get it across the 50-yard line to the 49 for a gain of about 2. 2nd down and 8. Harbison. Good to see Harbison back in there, too. I know he left a little earlier, but good to see him in there because the Bears definitely know when to use that young man up there in the front. And that great defensive front that they got there. And Harbison always making some good plays. So here we go, 2nd down and 8 for the Dragons. McDonald checking the sideline. Hignite to his right side. Twin receiver set here to the near side of the formation for the Dragons. Low snap. Good job here by McDonald. Picks it up. Now he's going to put it out here. He's got Scarborough. Scarborough gets ready for one tackle. He's at the 40. Back up the field there. Good job there. He escaped that one tackle. He was bearing down on him really good. I don't know who that was there. It looks like Parker, number 3. But he ducks under it and gets ahead. And it's a Raymond Motor Company first down for the Dragons on the pass play. As Scarborough gets him all the way up to the 31-yard line on the Bears side of the field. Where's Dally at? There he is. Okay. You got a good shot of Gavin McDonald here onto the snap. Ready to go. First down and 10 for the Dragons. Going to hand off Hignite. Bringing it back here to the near side. Going to put his head down and gets up close to the 30. Picking up maybe one. Second and 9. Good job here by the offensive line for the Dragons. They have a great guys up front up there. Tucker Stovall, the big man in the middle. And they do a good job here tonight. Gavin's had a little bit of pressure on him, but I think they've done a really good job here, opening up some holes and some gaps, and good running here by the Dragons. Here we go. Second down. I'm going to call it 10 here. Defense creeping up here onto the Bears. McDonald rolling out to his right side, now pulls it back in. Breaks one tackle, bring it back here to the other side. Got some room, picks up a block here, and a nice job sealing off. But Gavin's still on his feet. He runs out of bounds at about the 20 before he's finally taken out there by number 6. That is Collins. Gives him a little shove there, and he gets out of bounds. And a nice run there by McDonald. And it gets the Dragons to a first down and 10. They're going to say he goes out at the 23. Nope, didn't get enough for the first down. Sorry, folks. Third down and about 2 for the Dragons.
It's going to be 3rd and 2 for the Dragons.
Sergio Reyes coming in with the play, number 12. 3rd down and 2. Big play here for the Dragons, and they're going to have to get this play off here quick, or they're going to have to call a timeout. The play clock down to 2-1. They're not going to get it off, so Coach Wallace is going to have to call a timeout, and we'll take a quick timeout with him. It's a timeout here for the Dragons. 14-10 is the score. Just about 1:41 left to go here in the third, and the Dragons are driving with a 3rd down and 2. We'll be right back here on a NETSN.
It doesn't matter if you need a truck tire or if you need a car tire. If you need a tire, you call Joaquin Tire. Joaquin Tire Shop provides new and used tires, along with oil changes and 24-hour road service. Stop and see them on Highway 7 in Joaquin. Shelby Savings Bank has come a long way since it was established in 1982, and the good folks that work at Shelby Savings Bank really enjoy doing things in the community and for the community. And they would like to encourage everyone to please shop local. For all your banking needs, please visit these wonderful Shelby Savings Bank locations, with 2 locations in Center, locations in St. Augustine, Palestine, and Lindale.
All righty, folks, back here. Sorry that Shelby Savings Bank get to those wonderful locations, and we're going to get a penalty flag coming in here before the play. Oh, I should have anticipated that. These plays, these penalty flags have just been killer tonight for both teams. And, you know, like I said, I'm not down on the field, but penalty flags have just been killer for both teams here. That's going to be against the Bears. Delay a game against the Bears? Is that what he said? That's what it sounded like. That's what the motion looked like out there. So if that's the case, so the penalty will take it down to the 17. That's a Raymond Motor Company first down. And Sandy Cox State Farm red zone here now for the Dragons. They have Raymond Motor Company first down here at the 17-yard line. McDonald with Hignite into the backfield. In case you just joined us, we had an injury for RW3, and we're wishing him well. I'm going to leave him out here for the rest of the evening. So we're going to hand off Hignite right up the middle. Takes it here to the near side. Finds some room. Nick cuts it back up inside. Hignite doing some great running. It's a first down and goal for the Dragons. Right about the 6 or 7 yard line. Good done there by Hignite. As he takes it down and gets it a first down and goal for Shelbyville. Ball at the 6 yard line. The Dragons at the 7, first down and goal for the Dragons. Going to hand off Hignite, taking it over to the right side, taking it up the middle. He's going to be tackled there at about the 3. Good job there by the Bears as they bring him down, but Hignite running strong, and he's got him down to the 3 yard line. Getting close to 1:10 left in this third quarter right now for the Dragons and Bears. We're going to leave it down here on the sideline and see if Dallas can get a good shot about getting those Dragons in the end zone. Here's McDonald. Oh, it's Dallas Murray going to put his head down, and he is hit there at the line of scrimmage. Great job there by number 8, Matz. And he wrangles him up there right at the line of scrimmage. I might have got one there. Makes it a 3rd down and goal from about the 2. So Dallas try to get that snap, try to put his head down and get ahead there behind those big offensive lines. So now 3rd down and goal from the 2 for the Dragons. Let's see if we can get him in there for Shelbyville. Dallas Murray once again the quarterback. Harvey in motion. Going to give it to Murray. Murray going to hold it down this time. Going to try to power his way in. This time looks like he reaches across. And no. Looked like he reached across there, but they're going to say he's just short.
Murray straight ahead.
So 4th down. Well, I'll tell you, that ball is just outside the goal line. I mean, that's going to be the end of the 3rd quarter. So at the end of the 3rd quarter, it's going to be 4th down and goal from about the 1-foot line for the Dragons. When we come back, we'll be right back here on NETSN.
Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep in Center proudly supports all the students and schools of the Piney Woods. Stop by the lot and feel free to check out all the wonderful vehicles we have to offer, no matter what adventure you're planning on taking. We have a wide selection of used vehicles and a service department that can service your vehicle. Get all the info you need about your next vehicle online. That way you're prepared for your car deal when you hit the lot. Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep in Center.
Where do you go if you're a Bear fan looking for a post-game meal? Easy, Rancho Grande. But what if the game is a Little League practice? Same place. What if it's a special occasion, something you dress up for? In Timpson, it's Rancho Grande. Whether it's familiar menu items or maybe something you want to take a chance on, it's always good. They even have bear sightings at Rancho Grande. Wondering what the best thing is to do with your land? Well, cross over from dreams to a plan with Sandy Creek Land Enhancement. They help you maximize the land of East Texas. Take a trail, turn it into a driveway, create beautiful ponds and dirt work of all types, bush hogging and mulching as well. It's Sandy Creek Land Enhancement.
Alrighty, folks, we're back here. Let's see where Dally is set up at is Dallas, the Dally Cam right outside the goal line there, and Dallas Parker down there for us. And see if he can see if we can get the Dragons in the end zone here. Going to need a big push. This is what I like to call the big ugly play. You put your big uglies up there, I'm going to put my big uglies up there. We're going to see who's going to win in the trench. That's what I'm talking about. Here we go. 4th down and goal for the Dragons. And I don't think he got there. We're going to unpile it, though. And see, I haven't seen a signal by anybody yet. We got injured players out there. So it'll be, no, what a job there by the Bears. They deny the Dragons at the goal line. And it's a turnover on downs as they don't let them get in there. So we got a turnover on downs here for the Dragons. And it will be a 1st and goal, or 1st down and 10 here for Timpson. As they'll hold the Dragons at the 1-yard line on a goal line stand. And right now, got an injury timeout here as we're just into the 4th quarter. And that was a great drive there by the Dragons, 74 yards on there, but it ended up with no points on the board here as they get stuffed at the goal line. And a 4th down and goal from just inside the 1, so the Dragons can't put it in. And we got a timeout here onto the field. We'll be right back here on NETSN.
Shelby Savings Bank has come a long way since it was established in 1982, and the good folks that work at Shelby Savings Bank really enjoy doing things in the community and for the community. And they would like to encourage everyone to please shop local. For all your banking needs, please visit these wonderful Shelby Savings Bank locations, with 2 locations in Center, locations in St. Augustine, Palestine, and Lindale.
Alrighty, we're back here, folks, as the Bears deny the Dragons the goal, or the touchdown, I should say. So now it is the Bears going to take over. They'll have a 1st down and 10 right there at about the 1-yard line. So one of the best things here that could be for the Dragons is to get a safety here and see if they can get as much as they can. And the Bears going to try to get as much as they can here to get out of their own end zone. And now push it up there by Richardson. Start off on the 1. And he'll take it out to the 3-yard line. So it's a gain of a couple. 2nd down and 8. For the Bears. They'll come back to the line here. Ball sitting right around the 3-yard line. And the Dragons ready to go. Got to get the snap. Richardson finds some room right in the middle. And he'll take it up above the 5-yard line to about the 6, maybe the 7. Stays up to the 6-yard line. So that's going to bring up a 3rd down and about 3 for the Bears. As that clock rolling down to 11 minutes to go, 14-10. And both these teams have a fumble here into that 3rd quarter. Dragons took it 5 minutes, a little over 5 minutes, 5.5 minutes down there. Got it shut down at the 1-yard line by the Bears. Now Bears trying to come out, see if they get a 1st down, keep this drive going. And Richardson taking it over to the far side. And looks like he may get close to that 1st down yard. Still on his feet. And the Bears going to have enough for a 1st down there at about the 12-yard line on the run of 6 yards by Richardson. Raymond Motor Company 1st down, Bears. So Raymond Motor Company 1st down here for the Bears. Tell you, hang on to the ball as long as you possibly can. It's up to the 12-yard line, not the 6, okay. And takes as much time off the clock here for the Bears, what they're looking to do. Parker going to run with it over to the Bears side. Now turns the corner, and we got a penalty flag coming in. That's in the area of holding once again. As Parker tried to turn that corner right there. Penalty flag comes in from the backside, and it's generally in the area of a holding call by the referee. So if that's the case, that's going to back the Bears up. Holding against the Bears. So the penalty from the 12-yard line, take it all the way back to the 2. Half the distance. We'll go half the distance, okay. Figured there was enough room for 10 yards in there, but only going to go half the distance. All right, so here we go. As good job there for the Bears. Ball down at the 6-yard line. So that makes a 1st down and about 16 now for the Bears here. Oh, what a good job there by the Dragon defense. We got back there big time in the middle there. Dallas Murray also getting Eli Matthews in there with a big stop for a couple yards of a loss there, back to about the 2-yard line. That's a loss of 4. That brings up a 2nd down now and about 20 for the Bears, all the way back at the 2. The Bears trying to get out of their own end zone once again here. They had it all the way out there to the 12, now back around the 2 where they started off. Richardson and Parker switching places here in the backfield. Parker going to hold himself, take it over to the right side, and he'll be hit there at the point of attack. Get up to about the 5-yard line, pick up about 4. So I bring up a 3rd down and about 15 now, as we have another timeout here with 9:22. Looks like we have another player down on the field. Hopefully he's got some cramping going on. It's still a little bit warm out there. It's cooling off a little bit here this evening. Coming up tomorrow, folks, join us as we head to the pit. Joe, myself, and Dallas will be over at the pit tomorrow evening for Tenaha and Mount Enterprise. And we'll have that game for you tomorrow evening, starting about 7 o'clock right here on NetSN, plus a bunch of other games out here. And we'll say thank you to Batters Law Firm, because when the score matters, it's Batters, because that's when your case matters. It's Batters Law Firm. And they bring us our ticker across the top up there. Big thank you to those wonderful folks and all the good people who help bring us the ball games here throughout the year. And all the great restaurants, too, I tell you. Got some great restaurants that are part of this, Plates of Grace, Diamond Bee Cafe, Chaps Barbecue, Rancho Grande, man. I tell you, we got some good food around here. All right, after all that, we're ready to go here. And the injury timeout, a good thing everybody's okay. Parker holding himself now, take it over to the far side, and he'll take it up close to the 15-yard line, but still going to bring up a 4th down and long. That's Braylon Parker onto the run there, as Albert Parker Jr., number 4, went out on that last play, and it looks like he's maybe coming back in for the Bears. Looks like they're going to bring Castillo out here with a 4th down and about 8 for the Bears. They're going to look to punt here. And And the Dragons should be weary of a fake here. Could be possible. This is 4th down and about 8 here for the Bears. Kick on the way, good kick. And Hunter Harvey standing about this 45-yard line. He'll take a bounce, and he'll back away from it. And the Bears will let it bounce and it'll get right up close to the midfield. Good punt there by Castillo. So the Dragons will have it here with 8:21 to play into the ball game. The Dragons will take over and they'll have it at the 49-yard line of Timpson. And a great drive while to go. Got all the way down to the 1-yard line, and the Bears did a good job of keeping them out of the end zone on 4 straight plays. So now the Dragons come back out here, trailing by 4. 8:21 left to play in this ball game. Next week, where are we going to be? We're going to be in St. Augustine for Shelbyville and St. Augustine. That's going to be good. St. Augustine takes on Garrison tomorrow night. That should be a very good game as well. Joaquin and Hip Hill, the other 2 games into this district. Here we go. McDonald with Hignite standing in the backfield. And 1st down and 10 here for the Dragons. McDonald going to bring it here to the near side. Looking to pass. Now pulls it down as nobody's open. Good coverage downfield by the Bears. And right back to the line of scrimmage. And there's Mr. Harbison once again on the stop. So no gain on the play. 2nd down and 10 here for the Dragons. Clock rolling now and under 8 minutes to play in the ball game. Dragons taking a long look over here at the sideline. Field goal and touchdown in that first half. 2 touchdowns for the Bears in the first half. 2 fumbles and a goal line stand here as the defense has been taken over here for the second half. McDonald gets away from the pressure. Now brings it here to the Dragon side. Still breaks another tackle. Still down the sideline. And it can be out of bounds there at about the 38-yard line. He may have enough for a Raymond Motor Company first down. Gavin McDonald stays in bounds. I thought he might have got out just above the 40-yard line, but he stays in bounds down to the 38. And it's a Raymond Motor Company first down, Dragons. Clock now down to 7:25 left to play in the ball game here. It stops with McDonald going out of bounds. Dragons driving once again here. 1st down and 10. Shields in motion. McDonald going to hand off to Hignite. Hignite, good job here, finding some room. Cuts it back up inside. Hignite has done a great job running the rock here tonight. He's up to the 28-yard line. First down, Dragons. Raymond Motor Company, first down. That clock continue to roll here. Getting down to 7:15 as McDonald brings him to the line quickly. Handing off Hignite once again. And a good job, Harbison. And looks like Holmes was in there on that stop as well as Harbison. But Hignite's going to pick up a couple up to the 25-yard line. 2nd down and 8 here for the Dragons. Under 7 to go now. Field goal doesn't help you, but it does get you closer. The Dragons down here on a nice long drive, and the Bears held them up on a goal line stand. Now the Dragons looking to get back here to it. 2nd down and 8. Hignite right up the middle here on the dive play. Takes it up close to the 20. The ball comes out, but Hignite still gets on. Looks like somebody jumped on it. The ball comes out here, and the Dragons hold on to it. Down to the 22. That brings up a 3rd down and 4 now for Shelbyville. 6:20 now on the clock here to play in the ball game. So Dragons definitely need to pick up this 3rd down play right here to keep this drive alive. Got to get some points. Need a touchdown here. Defense has been playing great on both sides, but you got to get a touchdown here. Hignite takes it over to the far side and finds some room above the 20-yard line. And he'll get close to that first down yards. It's still going to be about a yard short. So down to the 19 as a gain of 3. Brings up a 4th down and 2. So trying to get to the line quickly here are the Dragons. As McDonald with Hignite behind him. 4th down and 2, going to go quick. Hignite has enough for a first down. Takes it up the middle. Hignite at the 5-yard line. Breaks another tackle. Still working his way in and trying to get pushed into the end zone. And Shields puts it in. Touchdown, Dragons. What a run by Hignite. And that'll get the Dragons into touchdown there. Whoa, what a run and a good job there by Scarborough as he got held up there close to the goal line. And he pushes him in on the push. And it's touchdown, Dragons. Oh, what a play by Hignite. Good run. Good vision. That's a beautiful play there by Hignite. Great run. Now the Dragons with a chance here. As Vasquez comes in for the extra point. So they're making a 3-point ball game with 5:26 to go. Here's the kick. It is up. And it is good. So the PAT is good on a 19-yard touchdown run by Hignite. So Hignite gets a big run here for the Dragons. Got the Shelby Savings Bank kickoff. It is coming up as the Dragons now lead it by a score of 17-14. And a kickoff on the way here for the Timpson Bears. We'll be right back here on NETSN. Alrighty, folks, back here, 17-14. Shelby Savings Bank kickoff on the way here as the Dragons get it in the end zone on a great 19-yard run there by Hignite. And the kickoff on the way for Shelbyville. Kick it in, it's going to be taken low there at about the 35-yard line. And now trying to bring it back here to the near side, going out of bounds there with it for the Bears. Good job here for the Bears. They'll get it out. And they'll be at the 37-yard line for the Timpson Bears. They will have 5 minutes and 21 seconds on the clock here for Timpson. See if they can go down and take the lead. Dallas moving. I need to watch where he's at there, don't I? Dally Cam doing a great job as always down there for us. All right, so first down and 10 at the 39 for the Bears. .520 left to play, and the Bears traded by 3. Parker. Gonna hand out to Richardson. Richardson, oh, he is hit and hit hard. Jason Lee, stick in the middle. That's what we call laying the wood. Oh, Richardson, he got hit right there. That's a big case and Lee with a big stick in the middle. Oh, we'd love to see that. Boom. Woo. Get you some of that. Tell me that don't get the crowd up. Second down and 10. Woo. I see some hits on the Bears side like that tonight too, folks. There's been some smacking going on out there. All right, here's Parker once again. Coming back here to the near side. And picking up a few yards. Ball's on the ground. Ball's on the ground. It looked like the Dragons got it. And they do at the 41-yard line. And it's a fumble. That's the second fumble of the half here by the Bears. And that's going to give it back to the Dragons with 4:36 to go with a 3-point lead. Somebody got a helmet on that, and it's a fumble. And the Dragons get it back and now have excellent field position at the 42. Now, the thing is, Shelbyville got a fumble a while ago, and they fumbled it right back. So they got to hang on to the ball. 4:36 left to go here. Good job there by the field judge. Thank you. So first down for the Dragons. Ball at the 42-yard line. You know you got a good field goal kicker, but you want to put up 6 or 7 here to kind of, you're not putting it out of reach, but it puts it very hard here for the Bears. Here's Hignite trying to get it up the side. They'll get it across the 40 down to the 39-yard line, a gain of 3. Second down and a long 7 here for the Dragons. That clock will still roll down to 4:15 to play in the ball game. So they'll send, who is that? Scarborough and Hunter Harvey over to the far side. Hignite in the backfield here with Gavin McDonald. Down to 3:55 to play. Good job here on the play clock. We're using all of it. Give it to Hignite. Cuts it right back up in the middle. Finds some room. Gets into the second level. Finally going to be hit there by the linebacker down to the 33-yard line, making it a third down and short. And they could actually take it down to almost 3 minutes left to go before they snap the ball here, if they decide to do so. We're going to get to the line quick on a third down and short for the Dragons. Hignite in the backfield once again here with McDonald. And now get to the line quick now. I got to get it. I got to get a free play here, as that's going to be offsides here by the Bears. Should be enough for a first down, but I didn't see any flags come out. So the one time when a flag definitely should have been out there, no flag whatsoever. Okay. So the Dragons thought they had a free play right there, but it is actually a loss on the play all the way back to the 39-yard line. Wow. Okay. Beneficial there for the Bears. Down to 3 minutes to go. And now under 3 minutes on a fourth down and long. And they're going to let this run all the way down here and call it timeout, folks. So that's where we're getting ready to roll to. So we're going to have a timeout coming up. Fourth down and long. With about 2:42 left to play in this ball game, and Coach Wallace calls a timeout for the Dragons. We'll be right back, folks. NETSN.
Raymond Motor Company, just off the square in downtown Center, where you'll find the friendliest of sales folks. Whether you're looking for a new SUV for the family or a brand new truck, Raymond Motors has a great service department and a huge selection of used vehicles. Raymond Motor Company, just off the square in downtown Center.
All righty, folks, back here on the clock, 2:41. Fourth down and about 8, maybe a 7 here for the Dragons. After what they thought was going to be a free play there and no offsides penalty, and it was a loss. So the Dragons now with a decision here on the timeout. Fourth down and long. They're going to bring the offense out here. See if they can pick up this first down. I guess you try to get as much of it as you can. But the thing here is the Bears have all 3 of their timeouts remaining, and we're ready to go here. So fourth down, got to pick this up for the Dragons. They lead it by 3. Definitely need this first down right here. McDonald, bring it in here. Gonna be a quick throw out here. Got to find Scarborough. Scarborough gonna throw it downfield, a double coverage down there, and it's gonna be knocked away. That's going to be pass interference on that far side. It looks like there the penalty flag comes in. And with lots of coverage down there, that was a great play there by Scarborough, trying to get it back out to McDonald down around the 10-yard line. McDonald was able to knock it away from the defenders, but there was triple coverage down there, and I do believe that the referee is going to call a penalty here for the for the pass interference, and that may go against the Bears. And that's what it looks like it is going to be here. So the penalty here against the Bears, that's a big penalty right there. Great play by the Dragons as they send it back to Scarborough here. He has some pressure. Gavin McDonald sneaks around on the other side, and he had some good coverage down there, but the Bears were right there. McDonald actually knocked the ball away from being intercepted, but they're going to call it pass interference here onto the Bears. That'll take it up to the 24-yard line, and it's a Raymond Motor Company first down for the Dragons on the penalty. So McDonald brings them up here with Hignite in the backfield. Going to hand off to him. Been the workhorse here since he's been in here. Now they're trying to get that ball stripped away from him there. So they'll stand him up there at the 21 for a gain of 3. So the Bears going to take a timeout right here. So that gives us a chance to take a timeout as well. We'll be right back here, folks, on NETSN.
Hey, if you're like me, lots of stuff is collected off up at your homestead. Call it down home clutter. Well, the good news is there's a place for it. You ain't got to have a garage sale or a bonfire. You can take your down home stuff to down home storage. That's what I did.
Batters Law Firm is your first choice in personal injury law. Jeff Batters and his staff lead the way in the area with Best of Nacogdoches and Best of Lufkin votes over the last several years. If your case matters, it's got to be Batters.
All righty, folks, we're back here, ready to go after the timeout, and a big penalty right there on the pass interference. 2:22 left on the clock. It's second down and about 8 here for the Dragons. Ball sitting on the 21-yard line. So here we go. As McDonald going to bring him to the line. Dally Cam down on the sideline here. That's Harvey in the backfield on the Wildcat. Going to hold himself. Hart and Harvey. They got penalty flags all over the place coming in here. And that'll shut the clock off there as Harvey comes in, and can't be a hold because it was right at the start of the play. Maybe get an offsides. Holding. Okay, I have to say, the snap of the ball and then there's penalty flags. How can you have a holding whenever the play has not developed? Okay. There have been some crazy calls here against the Bears and the Dragons here tonight. So here we go. Second down and long for the Dragons after the penalty. Get that clock rolling, getting close to 2 minutes to go here into the ball game. It'll shut off at 2 minutes. And Coach may say let it roll down to the 2-minute warning. And that looks like what's going to happen here as the Dragons are going to hold off here and let it roll down to the 2-minute warning. So we're going to have a second down and about 16 here for the Dragons at the 31-yard line. And what I tell you, we're gonna leave right here, folks, and just talk about it because this has been a crazy second half. Okay, if you're just joining us here, Timpson got it first. They had to punt, and then when Shelbyville get it back, they get a fumble. Timpson gets it back, they get a fumble. Shelbyville drives down 74 yards, get to the 1-yard line, and the Timpson defense stands up on a fourth and goal stand. Awesome job there. Timpson Bears get it back, and they get up the field here. They had to punt. Shelbyville gets it right back. They bring it down, and then they get a 19-yard touchdown run here by Hignite. And then as Timpson Bears get it back, they're coming up the field, and it's a fumble at the 39-yard line. So now the Dragons have it, and then the Dragons had a fourth down, and what was a busted play, thought they had a free play. Ended up being a bad play there for McDonald because he lost like 6 yards, made a fourth down and really long. Well, they come up with another play here on the wide receiver pass down to the quarterback, and he gets a pass interference. Now they're down there, so that's where we are. Now we get a penalty here on what is the quickest holding call I've ever seen in my career coming up here, and now the ball is back at the 31-yard line. That's where we are with 2 minutes to play in the ball game. God, I love this game. Here we go. Dallicam. Hignite in the backfield, second down and long here for the Dragons. Got to hang on to the ball here and put some points on the board and like to get that touchdown. A field goal would be good. Definitely want to get that touchdown here. McDonald, looks like that was a busted play. He's going to be tackling. He's going to be back for a loss. And he's still going, and now he finds somebody here, and it's going to be complete at the 29-yard line. Gavin McDonald was fighting for his life back there, and he finally finds his receiver there. And we're going to get another timeout here by the Bears. So it takes it up to the 29-yard line, so a good job here by McDonald on the pass play to the 29. He saves a sack, actually gets a couple of yards on that, making it a third down and 14 here. This is for McDonald and the Dragons. It was 1:46 to go, and now that's the second timeout year used by Coach Gandy. So I think both teams with one timeout left here into this ball game. And like I said, folks, I apologize with the clock. Had some issues with it, so I just like, you know what? I'm just going to let it go, and you just have to trust me. And so I hope they've done a good job of that tonight. So hopefully we'll have that working and going over there in Tenna Hall tomorrow evening. But great game here tonight. This second half has been really all defensive going on here by both of these teams. Have been playing excellent defense. Of course, we got the big touchdown there, but fumbles, 3 fumbles in here, 2 by the Bears, 1 by the Dragons. And the Dragons actually got lucky because Parker picked one off and went 95, 96 yards, picked 6 back the other way, and got offsetted penalties. It was that was earlier in the late in the second quarter. So yeah, it's been an interesting game here, but the defenses have been playing excellent here tonight. 1:48 to go after the timeout. Third down and about 14 here for. Go ahead. Third down and 14 now for the Dragons. McDonald Gonna look to pass. Rolls over to the Bear side. Now puts it up. Got to get down in the end zone. Get some air underneath it. And is it caught? And it's an incomplete pass. Oh, it's just incomplete there. Oh, I thought he was going to get it there. But it's an incomplete pass. That'll bring up a 4th down. So that'll bring up a 4th down now and about 14 after the incomplete pass. There you go. Now you're ready. So 4th down here and long here for the Dragons as McDonald bringing them to the line. Hignott into the backfield. And penalty flag coming in here. We're going to get a delay a game here by the Dragons. Got your screen there. So that's a 5-yard penalty here by the Dragons. And with 1:40 to go, now makes it a 4th down and even longer here for Shelbyville. There you go. Hit the X up there. There you go. All right, folks, now we're going 4th down and really long here. 4th down and a cab right here for the Dragons. McDonald gonna look to pass, rolls out here. Now looking to throw it downfield, cuts it back in the middle, got his man there, got Scarborough, it's gonna be knocked away. What a great defensive play there by Castillo for the Bears. And the pass is incomplete, and it's a turnover on downs, and the Bears will have it at the 34-yard line. And there will be 1:34 onto the clock. Both teams with 1 timeout here. Are you good? All right, we'll get our cameras together here, folks. All right, so it's a turnover on downs. Another good drive here by the Dragons is stalled by the defense of the Bears. Man, I tell you what, a great defensive battle here in the second half. So 1:34 left on the clock. And the Dragons trying to hold on with a 3-point lead here to go to 1-0, 1-1 in the district and try to force the Bears to be 1-1. All right, so here we go. To the line. Going to come up here quick. And Casey Lee going to get back there quickly. And not let nothing go with that. I'm trying to figure out what that was there. They got up to the line quick like they were going to start something here, but the Dragons and that big defensive line gets in there and lost a yard right there. So that takes it back here to the 33-yard line. And that clock down to 1:09, and they'll roll it. Now getting down to about a minute to go here. Parker and Richardson in the backfield here. Look, the pass is Parker rolling over to the far side. Going to launch it way downfield. Got a man down there. And it is caught out of the 35, 36-yard line for the Bears. Had to come back to the ball and makes a great catch over there. Is that Braylon Parker? It is. And it's a 1st down for the Bears as they get all the way down. Get all the way down to the 36-yard line. And now with 50 seconds on the clock. Where's Dallas at? There he is. He was moving while ago when I was watching the play, folks. All right, so 2nd down here as they clock it, and they got it at the 36-yard line. What a great pass there from Parker to Parker. And at the 36-yard line, 50 seconds to play in the ball game. Parker looking to pass once again, gets flushed out of the pocket. Now rolling up, get a penalty flag coming in. That's usually one of those holding penalties right there. And that'll stop the clock now with 44 seconds. But a penalty flag comes in from the referee, and that's a hold against the Bears. Talking about having to use every second of the clock for both sides of it here. There we go. Now we're a little bit more straight on with the cameras, folks. Apologies. 46. Getting late in those games, got to make sure those batteries are fresh. All right, here we go. Second down and 20 after the penalties here for the Bears. Getting that clock now at 44 seconds to go. Parker clears out the backfield. Twin receivers set, and we're going to get a stoppage here. And didn't see them call a timeout on either side. They just officially stopped the clock. Okay. So now what they've done here is they got Richardson out of the backfield. He's a single receiver out here. He's got one-on-one coverage. Down here on the bottom end. Second down and long here for the Bears. Going to look for Richardson to go down here. Now Parker pulls it down, and he gets tackled in the backfield by the Dragons defense. And a good job here by Kason Lee once again. And who else is back in there? That's number 12. That is Sergio Reyes. And it's third down and even long now. And 36 seconds to go. Bears call their final timeout of the ball game. So that'll give us a chance to take one more break here, folks. So we'll take one. We'll be right back here on Net.
So many things get started at Pizzeria. You start your party off with a pizza from the pizzeria. You get your celebration started. You get your season started. For a lot of us, our passion with pizza started at the pizzeria, a tradition since 1960s. It's the Pizzeria just off the square in Center.
Alrighty, folks, we're coming back here. Third down and about 25 here for the Bears. They need to pick this up here. They got 36 seconds left in this ball game. And the Bears coming to the line here, trailing by 3 in Shelbyville in this big district matchup here. Loading everybody up over on the far side. Parker going to flow out that way, going to look to go. Penalty flags coming in once again. Parker pulls it down, now throws it up ahead. Got his man there, and it looks like he may have made the catch. I was going to say he's out of bounds, so it's an incomplete pass. Penalty flags come in once again. That might be a defensive penalty there. And that does stop the clock, though, with 28 seconds left to go. Offsides against the Dragons. It's going to make a third down now in about 15 or so. I'll take it down to the 44-yard line for the Bears. All right, third down and about 16 now for Timson. 28 seconds left on the clock. Bears looking to force 4-down territory here no matter what for the Bears. So Richardson and Parker done an excellent job here tonight, and that offensive line has done a great job for them as well. The defenses have been really good here in the second half, and here we go. Parker going to pass once again. Going to try to throw it downfield here. Got a man out in the middle, and it's knocked away by the Dragons. Great defense out there by the Dragons. That was excellent defense there by Carson Copeland. Awesome job on the defense out there by Copeland. Great job. Hunter Harvey comes over, helping him out there, but Copeland did an excellent job. Fourth down for the Bears. Had a man out there, but Copeland looking at the ball the whole time, played the ball excellent there. Copeland, great play. Pass incomplete. Fourth down with 22 seconds to go. So loading them all up on that far side here for the Bears. Parker, 3-man rush, flushed out of the pocket, rolls over. Parker throws it up, got his man there, and it's caught at about the 28 line. He'll have enough for a first down, gets it down to the 21. 13 seconds left to go, and it's a first down here for the Bears. Down to the 21, clock rolling, 13, 12, and they clock it there at about 12 seconds to go. And the ball sitting at the 21-yard line for Timpson. So the Bears now with second down with 11 seconds on the clock. The ball at the 11-yard line. So here come the Bears to the line. Second and 10. Parker. Gonna be flushed up, now send it up in the middle. And it's not picked off by the Dragons. Hunter Harvey is gonna pick it off, and he's gonna be thrown to the ground there. He's gonna be an extra penalty, and it's gonna be a win for the Dragons as Hunter Harvey has his lid ripped clean off his head on the interception to seal the win for the Dragons. Nice job, Hunter Harvey playing center field. Goes out there just like he does during baseball season and picks it off. And the Dragons are going to hold on here for a big, big win tonight here in Shelbyville over the Timpson Bears. Wow, what a football game. Especially the second half has been crazy. I love it. That's why I love high school football. It's better than any professional football out there, man. I don't care. And this Piney Woods, they have the best teams anywhere. Man, what a great game. So the Dragons now with 3 seconds to go will do the most beautiful play in football, victory formation. And I tell you what, all the hard work and that everything that the Dragons have been through the last few weeks of that 1-5 record, coming in here to get this win tonight is big, big for the Dragons. The Bears played one heck of a game here tonight. Well, I tell you what, they come back, had a chance right there at the end. And, man, these Bears are going to be tough the rest of the way, too. Shelbyville and St. Augustine next week at St. Augustine. St. Augustine and Garrison tomorrow. Man. Somebody declared it final. I ain't said it's final yet, but they already put it on there, but it's not yet. But we're close. 3 seconds to go here, as the penalty yard is going to be added on after Hunter Harvey was basically slung down by his head there. That's the second time I've seen that young man almost have his head completely ripped off his shoulders this year. Good to see that he's okay. Victory formation for the Dragons. And there you go. What a game. What a game. The Shelbyville Dragons hang on to win it 17-14 tonight over the Timpson Bears here this evening on NETSN. Wow, what a great game it was. All right, folks, we're going to take a break here. We'll be right back with the Aurora Concepts post-game show coming up.
At Aurora Concepts, we offer full-service primary care. And we provide physicals for student athletes for every sport. Aurora Concepts, let us take care of you.
Over the years, most of us have collected a lot of stuff, but where is all that stuff? Down home. So when it starts piling up, you go with Down Home Storage, climate-controlled place for your down home stuff.
Whether it's with family and friends or just some time to yourself, summer is better on the water. And Farmers State Bank has exactly what you need to make those dreams come true. Learn more at fsbctx.bank.
We've got the Dally Cam. He's going to be bringing it on up here. Aurora Concepts post-game show coming up here. What a great football game. Both of these teams had a great game here tonight. And it is final, the 17-14. Shelbyville Dragons get the win here. And the second half, I tell you what, it was 14-10 at the end of the first half there, and a great first half by both teams. A couple touchdowns for the Bears, a touchdown and a field goal for the Dragons, as both teams only had 3 drives there into that first half. Getting here to the second half, 5-5 here for the drives coming out here. Great defensive play here by both of these squads here. Forced a punt for Timpson there, and then Shelbyville gets it back. They fumble the ball, and then Timpson gets back. Well, they fumble the ball, and then of course we get a great drive here and a great goal line stand there by the Timpson Bears. They did an awesome job there to keep Shelbyville out of the end zone. Timpson gets it back, and Shelbyville forces a punt. Then Shelbyville goes down on a 49-yard drive, and it's a 19-yard run there by John Hignite, takes it in, and then to get it back to Timpson, and Timpson fumbles the ball there. Shelbyville takes it all the way back down and get it down to the 29. They have to turn it over on downs there. Timpson has an awesome chance here to get a couple big pass plays down there, breaking up. Hunter Harvey gets the pick at the end for the win, and the Dragons come out here with a victory, 17-14. And for our Aurora Concepts post-game show, we're going to get our players of the game. And I tell you what, for the Shelbyville Dragons, I'm going to throw it out there to John Hignite. John Hignite came in here. RW3 had an injury, and he was out rest away, but John Hignite came in here, and he did an excellent job running the rock here for the Dragons. He was a big difference maker out there tonight. He was just running all over the place. He had a really good night running. So my player of the game here for the Shelbyville Dragons is John Hignite. Good job running by him. And I got a co-players of the game here for the Timpson Bears between Parker and Richardson. Those two young men, I've seen them play a lot here this year. They are great players, and those two young men are going to be my players of the game here for the Timpson Bears. All right, that's going to have to wrap it up here for us tonight on the Aurora Concepts postgame show. Tell you what, we got a great game coming up tomorrow as we'll be at the pit in Tenaha for Tenaha and Mount Enterprise. Join us tomorrow night at 7 o'clock next week. San Augustine and Shelbyville should be another great game there in San Augustine. For Joe, for Dallas, for me, Larry, we're out of here, folks. Hope everyone has an awesome, blessed, wonderful night. Remember, if hate can go viral, so can love. Peace and love, everybody. We're out. Bye.
The proceeding has been a presentation of the Pineywood Sports Network, an affiliate of NetSN. God bless America, God bless our troops, and God bless each and every one of you.